By the way, Chu would try to contact Duke and see if she can help him in any way. When she hears the news that stuff has happened.
Well, sure. Duke is not really easy to contact, but I suppose while the others loot, you can go out in the city and try to find him. Yeah. He's holed up.
Well, Chu doesn't loot. That's dishonorable.
With a couple of his friends, and generally, it's a bad scene. They've been trying to fight these bug things and such, but as it turns out, bug shamans have more power than non-bug shamans, and that makes it sort of a little go askew. You sell your soul and you gain power. It's hard to deal with, and you don't want to do the same thing.
So, is there something she can do to help?
I mean, he doesn't have anything to pay you with.
No, that's fine. She doesn't need payment.
Well,
she sees him as a friend.
Fight bugs would be his. They currently are not really just walking around, though. They're more ambushing people. Like, most of them look like humans in the sewers where they generally hang out. In bug form, they will then crawl up and grab someone. There's not enough of them to storm the city, as it were. And that certainly hasn't changed. They lost quite a few fighting Renraku, especially if they're infected people rather than the actual bugs. So their numbers aren't great enough to take over the city right now. It certainly seems to be a shock and awe sort of approach that has been taken by the German Shadowrun coalition here. Basically putting a siege to the city.
Great news, guys. We have a tank.
That said, you have received a message from your Mr. Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Who has a job for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It basically states that he has 2 jobs, but they will have to be done in succession. Should you manage to do that, he should be in a position to ensure that you have a way out of the city before things escalate further.
I like the sound of getting out of a city that's going into,
What about the people we care about?
We care about people?
And Norbert,
Some of us
Duke?
do.
I don't care enough of any of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I do.
Norbert has done less for us than attrition.
He wouldn't leave anyway. Norbert would not leave his post. I'm
you don't know that.
No, he would not.
You don't know.
I don't even know if he's got a wife or kids.
Well, the fact is, a choice is worth a lot.
And when
Instead
was the
of
last
just
time we even
assuming.
talked to him?
Last session, actually.
Yeah, but what did we even talk to him about?
We helped him get a promotion, I think.
Yeah,
I
think that was.
I helped him get a promotion, and then dealt with the fact that some people were coming to him like, "Do you know about anything about the night shift?" And we got rid of them.
Yeah.
That's
He
true.
covered for you.
He covered for us.
Duke, I mean, I don't think he's gonna leave anymore. He's got friends in the city.
You don't. It's assumptions. You don't know.
Yeah,
I'm also at a point like, yeah, sure, I can help if I can. I'm not gonna lay down my life for these people.
No.
Yeah. Ashley would be curious though if she could get Angel out though.
Oh fuck yeah, Angel, I can understand.
Because I don't want her to be infected by bugs.
Can we make sure that people
Do you
stay
inquire, Mr.
like
Johnson?
Ziegler's ex-wife?
I mean, I suppose I would quite.
She is already a bug queen.
She's still a group person, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
So she's in their extraterritoriality.
I was certainly inquiring. Would it be possible to also get close ones out as well, basically.
Can we get Ziegler's kids out? Angel, I guess. That'd be the only person.
They would ask for like a sin designation.
Oh.
Check her status. Because you guys don't exist. Legally.
It's true. It's true. I suppose we don't exist. But actually, it's kind of think of like, do I really want to give out the fact that
Yeah. I was thinking the same.
Like, this is someone very close to her. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
How about you tell Angel?
That's the thing. If you say we want these people out, we confirm that we
Care
that we care about them. Yeah.
Which unfortunately then makes them.
Yeah, that makes them a target almost instantly.
How
They
about
come kind of on blackmail for us.
how about we make basically I don't know, we give some cred, and so the people we care about can get out, and we give them a message.
The thing is, what we do
Mm.
works because no one
Knows
knows
who
that we care about people and who those people are. If they
Yeah.
start knowing that, we are sort of done. Because we
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
take
That's
so
why we do it
actually-
ourselves
okay,
instead
okay,
of asking others.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
that's the
Okay,
night
actually-
shift is us
Yeah.
four, and we can't bring in anyone else because it compromises the whole thing.
Yeah, in this case, Ashley's not going to bring it up because what instead I think Ashley will end up doing is she's actually going to try to see if she can secure a dock wagon contract instead to get her out.
A what?
A dock
Wants
wagon
to see if we can hide our wagon.
wagon.
What's
I
that?
bet they're in demand.
Currently, you could probably guess that being in a besieged city is sort of a pre-existing condition that they don't cover.
Oh, what?
It's like if you sign with them while you're being hunted, they're like, no, you should probably have done that earlier, honestly.
Well,
It depends on the amount of money, of course. If you can scrape enough money, they will do it.
How much money
They're
is enough
famous.
money?
They will send a rocket from a satellite in space to get
Well,
you if you pay them
then-
enough.
Then Chuar will go, because I guess the best person to find out or ask help about when it comes to informing people and get them out of the city, she's going to ask Asheweb, because she knows a lot about the underbelly of the city, and she has a hell of a lot of information. So Chu's going to go to Asheweb and ask if she can help her, because she thinks that Norbert and Duke does not deserve that fate. And she will even pay you if you need that.
Well, certainly so, but this is going to be one hell of a project for us to get other people out. That'll be.
It's also going
Yeah.
to be difficult for Ashley to even bring herself round to doing that because
Yeah, it's
her
kind of
give a damn's busted.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of.
but that's why I'm offering money.
That's true. The money is a good incentive. The money is a good incentive.
She was offering her money to do it, so it's really
Like
not that
Ashley
hard.
does. Like I will say that Ashley does not care enough about.
Norbert or Duke.
Does not care about Duke at least enough to want to just kind of do that. Norbert, at least in the case of she has ties. Norbert. She knows she can use Norbert.
Mm.
But
Well, that's
Duke-
why Chu is going to be.
For once, her not caring is a beneficial thing.
Kind of, yeah. But
Well-
she has a list of priorities in her head. She knows who's most useful to her.
Well, that's why Chu is going to offer her money, because she knows
Sure.
that. So it's
Well,
kind of like a job.
I
for her.
think maybe before we even start thinking about what we do,
Well, I suppose-
because we don't know what resources we have, including karma,
It's true.
maybe we should clear some karma or do our downtimes before we start making plans.
Beyond the promise of after 2 jobs will help you get out, there's of course also going to be a payment.
Mm.
Because, Mr. Johnson knows that you're Shadowrunners, and
Well, Chu has her own money, Halldamir, that she can use. She's not going to use your money.
No, I'm not talking about money because we're not going to be able to get money during downtime. I'm talking about how much effort can we put into things because our karma tracks at the moment are pretty full and we don't know how much we're going to have them reduced by through
Well,
our
at
Last,
downtime.
the
I'm
last
just
mission
gonna
was kind of a harrowing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I'm just saying, let's clear our slate. Let's finish off last session's stuff,
so
and then we begin
yeah.
anew.
sort
That's
of
what I'm talking about.
time-wise, I suppose, your downtime would be maybe even one action before all this shit goes down and one after, since it's sort of right in the middle.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna clear karma. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you did say you were going to your meeting.
Yep.
So are we going to
Oh.
meeting, or are we doing our first things thingy?
I'm gonna
No, we're doing-
clear karma again.
Oh,
We're talking
okay.
about he's going to a meeting for his AI research as his vice.
That
Oh.
cleans it out.
Did you overindulge?
Just enough.
You cleared a total of 8.
A lot of karma.
I was full. Basically, it was like that was a bad mission
Well,
for me.
Yeah.
I certainly know one of the actions that Ashley wants to take.
Oh, is he
Surprisingly,
finished?
not clearing karma.
I'm done.
Okay. Not
Ashley doesn't want to clear
clearing
karma once.
My God, man.
I've only got 2 karma spent right now.
Oh, that's true. Shit, yeah.
So
I don't need to.
who goes next?
I want to go
Dark's
next.
going next.
All right.
I would like to. What I actually want to do as my action right now is the fact that because this is also before we know everything goes down, right?
Mhm.
So Ashley's first thing she wants to do actually is clear heat with Matrix.
All right.
Speaking to Cayenne. About that.
Uh-huh.
Good, that's like, it's like we'd appreciate. 3d6. I'm clearing 3 points.
Right.
Then all the ship goes down.
Mhm.
And now Ashley going to go having all this is going to want to start a long-term project now.
All right.
If this sounds good to you, Manikai, a long-term project of trying to prioritize Angel getting out of the city. Have her priority evacuation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you just now would have the access to somebody who could help you do that.
Well, let's see
If
what
she
we.
say the group.
She has not said a Krupp. She would be working She'd be working Lone Star.
Which is technically Ares' subsidiary.
Well, maybe Norbert has enough pull to get her on a list. No.
Generally, people in this city don't.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate.
I mean, would it be possible to possibly?
Can we send carrier pigeons?
I mean, part of what I was thinking was, would it be possible to pull upon, say, the Crypt connection? Perhaps, or something like that. Say the Crypt's pretty powerful.
Mr. Johnson is the SETI group connection.
We have 2 Say the Crypt connections.
We'd have to basically cut such a long-term project down into smaller steps.
Okay.
That we can then accomplish.
Okay, would you like to suggest then, Manikai, what the course of action would be?
I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, really, depends also on how you want to be evacuated. I can say to begin with that she is not actually on the evacuation list, as she works with the police. And the police are most certainly staying here to try to keep order in general Berlin. She is technically a German state employee through Ares. And
she's a pro officer. So.
And such, she will currently be on a 24-hour duty working for them. For her to go, that would have to be someone very high up doing it, or it would have to be something illegitimate, neither of which are particularly easy to do. Especially given that you've been cut off from the outside matrix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's certainly not an easy thing,
No.
bringing up here.
I mean, you could, I suppose, do something, like, wanting to get her out could be something like starting by deleting her sin. Making her not exist. Having her officially have lost her life in duty, or something like that. That would, of course, give up everything she owns and all the aspirations she has in her job, because she would not exist anymore as a person.
She might not
officially.
like that.
However, that would allow you to use somewhat illegitimate means of taking her out, of bringing her out of the city, without her, eye being scanned and be like, "Oh, hello, Miss Angel. How could
I suppose
I don't think you're supposed to be here."
I suppose then stage 1 would be to do with basically they may possibly then work on a fake sin. That might be the first step then. Something like that.
Yeah. Or getting rid of her own.
Well, getting rid of her own right now maybe is not the best thing at the current second, since we don't have a way to get her out still, right?
Uh-huh.
Keep her with her current sin until we have a way out prepared.
Sure.
And then basically work right now on basically having that escape route ready, and then delete her sin.
Yeah. I mean, you can certainly fake a sin. That's not particularly difficult.
Okay, that's easy enough to do.
Yeah. You just need, because
Okay,
basically her fingerprints and her eyes and such are all scanned with her own one. So you need that not to be the case, right?
Okay.
The most difficult part of being a Shadowrunner usually is getting rid of all that, because of course online information, it's stored in every big corporation's databanks. Generally you would find someone who has access to those and then have them deleted. Your fixer allegedly knows people who can do it. I think he helped some of you guys get your things removed.
Yeah, he did vices.
That is okay.
Of course, it also, you could try finding a way to get her out. Say, there'll be like smugglers, gangs, people attempting tunnels, people attempting stuff like helicopter flight, and then crash landing and running from there.
This is certainly true as well.
Yeah, it's dangerous though. It's very dangerous.
Very dangerous, yes, but
More or less than staying, I suppose, is the question.
The thing is bugs, right? It's bugs in apocalyptic conditions going on here.
It's not good.
The other question is, like, where do we go after this? I'm guessing possibly France.
That is a popular place to go.
Maybe we go hang out in Wales for a bit.
Maybe. I suppose I can begin work on base. I suppose then I can get ready on basically starting preparations. I think. Well, actually, I suppose Ashley will make an offer to her, basically.
Okay.
Basically saying that, bugs are in the city. Everything's going to hell. I could, basically offering the kind of, I could get rid of your sin and get you out of here.
Yeah, I mean, shit is bad. The Force has lost people.
Ashley
they are woefully underarmed for this sort of thing. They're trying to stop lootings, trying to keep traffic laws, rushes on hospitals. It's bad. Now, she cares about this city, but she cares more about you. And she'll say that she will not go until you do. If you leave the city, you can do it together.
But
perhaps that will be an incentive for you to get out of all this.
Okay. In which case, Ashley's going to go ahead then and set up if Ashley's then going to work on her project to get her out. Then, I suppose begin speaking to our fixer of I need to remove someone's sin.
All right. Let's call it then. I mean, you wouldn't want to delete it right away. If we basically get things in place,
have everything ready to delete.
Yeah.
Basically,
prepare to delete Angel's sin. It is not easy. It's rather difficult. Let's go with an 8 difficulty. And when you finish that, basically, what you'll have is the ability to, within hours, get rid of it.
Basically, just have her disappear from the grid in hours.
Yeah, just be gone, not exist. At least insofar as it is within Berlin, because currently people might have trouble getting it outside, but they will do their best.
Yeah. Ashley's first step, then, I think, working with her fixer to work out exactly where she needs to hit. Start breaking into databases, basically, and start installing backdoors.
All right.
That seems like the relevant thing here.
Sure.
As I will make a that will be a 6.
All right. Then you get the 3 steps.
And that was 3 out of 8.
Yep. That is what that is.
Okay. Well, that's a good start.
More, or is that good for now?
I'll keep that for now. I want to see what the others are going to do, and then I'll come back.
All right. Halldamir, Tina?
First, I'd like to remove some... is it okay I go first?
That's
I'm
fine.
going to stop you. Yeah.
Well, I just didn't want to, step all over your turf, man.
I don't care.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna remove karma first.
All right.
I have 3 die. For better or for worse, and I only have 4. Well, let's try. Yeah. 2.
2.
You know what? I'm actually satisfied.
Okay.
When, oh wait, I'm not. I was like, why can't I edit my character sheet because I'm not logged in?
What else you can do?
I'd like to have a talk with Chantel, my buddy.
Yeah. What about? She's a cop too, and she's currently in the same situation. She's been taking off her beat, her strip of streets, and she's been relocated to act in unison with the other Lone Star
What?
forces.
I thought she was done with the cops.
Yeah, she's out securing key locations.
Why?
Because
But she's a cop.
she's
no,
a cop.
she was a beat cop.
Yeah.
That's still a cop.
Yeah, but she's
A beat cop means a cop on the streets. That's her job. Just goes on the
She's
street.
she's the
I
on
know,
the
but-
street gritty kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
She's not through Ares. She is just German hired beat cop. She generally does stuff like parking tickets, no checks for suspicious personnel, helps people in the area. Keeps the law in the small. But of course, she's a vigilante. We know that.
Yeah, we break the law together.
Yeah, but she has been. She would say it's reaching. She reaches further than the. She does what the law can't do officially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's been brought in. Her beat is no longer safe just for her, and so they've been unified. Because someone see like a single cop, they'll take this chance to get revenge. Things are pretty chaotic out there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to talk to her about though? Because she's not easy to get in contact with. But
Well, she'll basically tell that this is a hot zone and it's not safe to stay anymore.
yeah, but she doesn't. I mean, her life was never safe.
Yeah, but this time it's for real.
Fighting with Racco was for real.
Yeah, but they weren't as bad as what's coming.
I'd have to believe that.
Yeah,
Red
but it's
Samurai
true.
aren't.
Well, I mean, if you need her help with something, then
I would really want you to get out of the city. I know it's not possible, but I also know that you know a lot about this city than others don't.
she'll say she doesn't have the means to get out by herself. If she tried, she'd get shot. Right now, like, leaving her current duty would be desertion, which, given the current measures, are also, a grave offense. Desertion in the light of duty is generally considered a court-martialing offense, which means you get killed generally. Doing that.
Well, Chua knows that. That's how it is with the Renraku as well, but
Well, given the current measures, everyone would leave unless there was something on the line. And
well, it just seems that where my job is taking me is out of the city, and I would feel terrible leaving you behind because we're a team,
Sure. Well, if you can find a way, she wouldn't say no. But, right now, if she leaves, both her old friends, basically everyone but you would want her dead for it.
Then they're not your real friends.
Well, they wouldn't want to, but they'd have to,
Mm.
because that's their job. And if they don't, then they also desert.
Mm.
Then suddenly you'd have police fighting police, and that would just not make this better.
So she has no idea of a way to get out.
Just no clue.
Yeah.
She knows her streak of area pretty damn well, but she hasn't really operated much outside of it. She knows the area right next to Renraku's extraterritoriality, though that's sort of in the middle of the city. Yeah, in the area called Mitte. So.
How ironic.
Yeah.
That the middle of the city is called the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, by the way, this is a more question to you, Game Master.
I think I'm a storyteller technically in this game.
Storyteller then?
I don't know what we call them. Anyway, it works.
Because if we look at our contacts, I think the only ones who are kinda likes Chu is the Yakuza and Duke and Norbert.
Yakuza is amiable towards Chu. They can see value in her.
Mm-hmm.
They're currently trying to set up ways to get people out, but it's not easy, as it turns out, because they don't have a lot of people in the German military. That's not where they have their people. So instead, they offer people safe locations, bunkers, safe rooms, that sort of thing. And they can't get you out for now, but they can take care of you.
And is it
for
safe?
For a fee, of course.
And is it safe?
Well, it depends on how big a fee it is.
Wow. So not even they know how to get out.
No, they currently they can't. Also, it's a very lucrative business right now. A lot of people are desperate.
Yeah,
They'll pay a lot of money to have their family safe.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone you'd like to keep safe?
No, Renraku, they don't have any family. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that ship is sinking right there. She's not saying that to him, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
It's not easy.
It is not easy. Does Chantel think that with enough money she would be able to find a way to get out?
She doesn't have the contacts to. She wouldn't know where to go with all that money.
What about Duke?
No, he doesn't know either. He currently has a lot on his plate. Mm-hmm. Trying to search for lost friends and contacts and trying to set up networks to keep the ones he has alive and make sure that when he knows when they're infected and stuff like that.
His power has been crippled. He's lost all his contacts pretty much.
Does he know that the city's basically going to hell?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of on the TV. So.
Yeah, but then why? I guess I just don't understand.
He can, if he was to get out, he would astral project and then have his body transported somehow.
Smart.
But that's not really available to other people. Also, you'd have to be incredibly trusty because if they misplace your body or it doesn't go to where you think it is, you can't find it again, and then suddenly you would just have a ghost until their body dies somewhere. He will say that if you meet people, warn them about that. There is a group around that has been promising that they will transport bodies out, take the money, let people astral project, and then they dump them somewhere. Yeah.
Yikes.
When they basically kill them, right? You can just a lot of opportunism going on.
Okay, I kind of have a feeling that there's really not much to do.
It's a tough position. Turns out that the German government and Zeta Group do not want insects in all Germany. They are not into that at all.
Do you have another action left, Tina? Or
I do have another action left, yeah.
Okay.
Well, Halldamir, you can go while I think.
You can always use your action to help other people if that's what you want, but
I don't know how.
Depends who you want to help. So
you can help them do what they are doing, sure.
Yeah, but that's not really helping. That's just.
Also help one of us out with our things, depending on how the mountain does as well. Products.
Well, helping the people. Well, I have a feeling that Halldamir and Rahal are not really going to help anyone because they made it kind of clear. And.
You know, this is the great time for Halldamir to start earning money by long-term project, right?
It's true. Do remember that we're Shadowrunners and Vice at very least doesn't really have many friends. None that she would actually risk her life for. No.
Well, she's also incredibly cynical, right?
True. And Ziegler doesn't have. It's a case of we're so deep in the shit that we're in, we don't have friends to care about. So we've just got ourselves to worry about.
I'm not.
As a player, I'm all up for helping. As a character, don't give a shit.
I know. That's why I said that. there's no reason to try to do that with your characters because they would be like, why? We have enough on our plate or something like that. But I guess my one thing would be to pay Ashley to help me find a way to help Chantel.
Okay. You're basically come up to Ashley and basically you see maybe you've overheard Ashley planning out her project for Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna come up, looks at you. Oh, looks at you. So you want hers then as well gone? Oh.
Yeah, she's my buddy. I need her saved, you know? I also have a dog to think about.
Looks
The
at the
dog
dog.
doesn't have a sin.
The dog doesn't have a sin. It's already sinless. That's fine.
Dog's very easy to get out. If you can get out, it can get out.
That's not really true.
It'll
'Cause
be on your back. It'll be fine.
I guess I'm gonna get a big back.
I suppose if you're coming up to Ashley, just kind of look at it like, So, because I'm also going to need to spend money on downtime actions as well as actually doing it. Like,
But I'm gonna pay you for it, so you know. And look at this puppy. He needs help.
I mean, okay, I can. Okay. But Ashley, given the fact that, she doesn't give that much of a damn, will ask for, basically one in profit and one for actually having the time to do stuff.
Yeah, but I am paying you, you know?
Okay. If you're willing to pay basically 2, and then Ashley will do an action to try and get her out basically.
Okay, fine. You will pay.
Okay. You pay 2 creds. I'll add 1 to my offshore account.
Okay.
And the other one will go to me actually trying to, I suppose, I'll start deleting, I'll do the same thing for trying to delete Chantel's.
All right.
That's
One
So-
cred for starting a long-term project.
Delete Chantel's.
Sure. Let's fuse them then.
Okay.
And make them 112 to do both.
Okay, it's a 12 o'clock now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're already in the database and everything like that.
I suppose. Okay, so 3 of 12, someone 3 of 12 on delete sins. I suppose. Yeah. So Ashley's done all she can from her remote connections now. That's as much she's done. The next part is Ashley is basically going to go ahead, and through the cover of all the chaos, basically try to sneak into locations where she knows there are kind of hard point connections she can kind of log into, and try to get up to them so she can kind of get more close and better access to databases she couldn't before.
That makes sense.
Unseen. Because there isn't wireless, it turns out. You said so yourself. There isn't really much wireless.
Yeah.
That would be critical for 4 more.
All right, it's going well.
So yeah, she spent 2, and I've pushed up by 4. That's actually a pretty good trade.
Hey.
Ashley will go ahead and spend 1 to continue the project herself on personal terms.
All right.
It's fair. Because perhaps, given our fixer has, he knows some people who are connected to this. Well, maybe one of the people he knows might be willing to help out a bit more, but they need this person removed from action. Basically, Ashley going off to basically going off, possibly asking Ziegler to borrow his sniper rifle.
Sure, he just lets you borrow it. Yeah.
He doesn't notice.
Possibly. Ashley is very stealthy. Ashley basically going to go off and basically do about like a little side job to kind of get get a bit of influence with some people to help out.
All right.
It's not clean work, but they don't have to know. That's right. They don't have to know. And that would be a 5 for 2 more points.
All right.
Puts me on 9 of 12. That's pretty good given.
Yeah. Mr. Hoshinara, your old fixer, he hasn't really. Basically, right now you have enough context to bypass him, and that's what you've been doing right now. But he certainly will inform you. You basically find him packing his stuff. He's leaving. He
equally wants to get out of here.
He's going. He has people who owe him a favor, and he's going to cash that in.
That's fair.
He's retiring. He's done enough.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I could use another crit and do basically the same as you did, Dark.
Yeah, you can certainly assist on a long-term spend of credit and assist on a long-term project if you want to.
I'll do that.
Sure. How do you assist on a long-term
I mean,
project?
you still have an action.
That's true. You didn't spend your action.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you don't have to spend a credit. You can just aid on the long-term project.
Well, I'll aid it on it and basically the same, doing those small jobs that you did.
They're trying to build influence that way. Fair enough. I guess you're going more close in quarters and sniping people from the other side of the map.
Yeah, I'm just beating them up. So I'm gonna use 4
Hand over
die.
the passwords.
Sure.
Well, that's a 5.
That's 2 more points. We're 1 point from completion now. Which does she want to finish off our project in grand style?
How would I do that? Because I can't do.
Well, I know a very easy way. Remember, Ashley's been doing all of this kind of breaking into place and trying to get the data up. You have security skill.
That is true.
You can shut down. You can shut down a physical barrier for Ashley while she's on one of her jobs.
I guess I'm gonna go breaking into people's places.
You're gonna pay a cred.
Yeah.
And that will complete the project regardless of what she rolls.
Boop.
Preparations complete. If you want to roll, you can roll, of course.
Nah, it's fine. If I roll a 6, a lot of crits, I'll be like, damn it.
Yeah. So you can now actually delete it.
Mm-hmm. When we need to, we can make both sergeants teachers vanish.
Well, she was gonna relay all this information to Chantel.
Yeah, Mr. Gennaro will say that if he's going to go and is going to have it soon. If you can gather enough money, he might be able to take them with him.
How much is enough money, though?
Look at you. Slightly. It would be 2 people. 2 people, that would be quite substantial just for one. Yeah, it would be about 8 cred per person.
Oh.
Well.
But then he'll get them out for you.
I only have 1 crit, Dark.
I don't have enough credit either. So.
Maybe we should just sell Vice.
To who? The police have more shit to deal with.
To the Yakuza.
No, you know
To the
who accepts her?
Yakuza? They love me.
No, you know who accept her? The media for an interview.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I'll just have interviews for the rest of my life.
Entertainment wants that.
There you go. I'll get out of the city. I'm fine with that.
And we're stealing all of your assets.
Yeah, that's alright. I'll make more money. I can only live as a squatter. I'm sure they'll pay for.
If I combine that onto what I had, I'd been up to the 2nd rank then.
Wait, which is squatter? So.
Oh, it's 2 bars.
So,
Yeah, the 2nd bar is squatter.
No, no, actually, if I took your bar, I'd actually burn low.
So basically,
No,
we have a way for them now. They can get out,
Bloody.
but they need a way
You gotta
to
live.
get out.
Yeah, we basically have the ability to try and get them out now by illicit means, but we now need a way to get them out. And right now, that is looking at that.
But that asshole.
You've got 9 banked. Dark, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but if I combine it with your step, I'd be up to 20.
Oh, well, yeah, if you took all of mine.
Right,
yeah.
instead if I stole your stuff from kicking you out.
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be possible, Manakai, then is another good question, for us to potentially try and get them out ourselves without using our contact?
How would you do that?
Possibly, basically now we kind of have the ability to kind of have them off grid when we do things, if we need to, when we're ready. Possibly arranging something like the lines of basically like, there are smuggler tunnels trying to be dug or stuff like that, or maybe maybe we can find some way to kind of hide them and sneak them out that way then.
Well, I mean, to sort of give the picture of what is going on. Basically, maybe 500 meters or so from the edge of the city, They're set up a perimeter line with barricades and an active duty military all around the city. Keeping a good eye on everything, basically, whatever they could bring. They're clearly expecting that people will try to like break out en masse or go for them. They have dogs, metal detectors, mages for that matter, spirits keeping watch. It's an effective military force. As such, going out is going to be very difficult. Of course, you're Shadowrunners. You could try a job to break through.
Whose military is it? German?
It is German and Seda Krupp military.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, what I'm hearing there then is, would it be possible then to basically try to kind of just have her almost pass through it? Then almost. In that way. It's kind of a potential thing to think about there. Possibly under the disguise of something else, admittedly. Like she's actually, she's part of the military force, reinforcing it. To pass through it.
You would do something like ambush a strike team, kill them all, and take their equipment and try to...
They'd have them pass leave as that.
Well, I mean, the problem would be then they would get out there and then probably get asked a bunch of stuff. But
And the point
but it's not impossible, obviously. It's just very, very difficult.
The point is trying to arrange all of this so this will all work out properly, right? Like they have all the documentation and everything to kind of try this.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
I guess we've got another long-term project to try for next time, Sheena.
Yeah, indeed.
Or we have to look for a lot of creds.
Well, we're gonna be paid next time as well, so used to the big money.
Halldamir.
Yes.
What's nice want to do?
Well, like I said earlier, she'll do some drugs. 46? Why 46? It's 2d6. Okay, 6. I'm happy with.
6 drugs.
How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Okay, I'm happy with that roll. You know what? She'll finish off her cyber eye. She probably won't be able to get it. But you know, I might as well.
You'll have the option.
Yeah, if we survive all of this, she'll have the option.
She'll even get it installed at a later date.
Exactly. Yeah, she's gonna have the tech at least.
How does she do it? What's she do?
You know, she's been working with some of the Yakuza's top men for stuff like this, and she's just gonna convince him to put other things on hold. You know, this is more important. Vice is more important.
All right.
Nudge, nudge. And no matter what I roll, but I'll roll it anyway. I complete it.
You got it. You have the appointment set up, and things are going in motion basically.
Yeah. So I can do that. What else to really do? I'm not really sure I have anything else to do.
Training playbook to get closer to using that.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Alternatively, you did technically have that. I don't know if it's still a thing that could be done, Manikai, now, given everything. But didn't she have like the ability to like do long-term project to earn money from recording?
Yeah, Mr. Silan has put that on hold right now. He isn't sure that say that the dear girl is not feeling well.
Ah. Oh God, she's gonna be a bug.
well, welcome to our new reality show, Living with the Bugs.
Yeah.
Vice, an old star, has been locked in a maze.
Yeah, keeping up with the Bugdashians.
What's this thing that Vice is pulling out? Oh God, is that a...
They're following her. Following her.
Wait, does she have a jade monkey on her back? What is this?
Oh yeah, Drake Monkey's freaking out. He wants to get out of this city.
I want to get out of this city as well, Jade Monkey.
He's not good at all. Not good at all.
Yeah.
He's not into it.
That's okay, don't worry.
If you die down here, then he's gonna lay in the sewer forever. He's not into that either.
You, Jade Monkey. Don't worry. Don't worry. I love you, Jade Monkey. I won't let you die.
But you have one other action, it's true, and then you have 2 credits thrown at you you don't have anything to do with.
That's the
I
thing.
suppose-
I just
Just throw them in the sewers.
I
Yeah.
might just bank a whole bunch of money, honestly.
But it still doesn't say what you can do with your
Makes
action.
Yeah. My other action.
It could be to lower heat, admittedly.
Well, you
for
spent
jobs.
2 already, so
Yeah, that's true. I haven't. Yeah, I've
you just
done
want to
so.
invest the money. You don't have to
Yeah.
buy more actions.
I'm just gonna invest. I'm gonna invest all 4 of my credits and gain 2 more. A Z? No. An X.
Zeds.
There you go, your stash has been updated.
Thank you. All the money.
Halfway to be a low class the rest of your life.
Yeah. It's not bad.
No more work.
I could
Just
bank those 2 creds.
an apartment
even
and soy calf and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not too bad.
But the point is that is for the
No.
rest of our lives.
Life.
That's the rest of your life, yeah. That's a retirement. That's the
Yeah, that's
actual
re-
retirement
that's
plan.
That's rest of your life not having to actually go and do work anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have to work. And I could be able to live off ramen noodles and stuff like that.
You know,
Soy ramen noodles, of course.
it'd be like, when you really save up, you can go and watch a movie at the movie theater. So,
Yeah, yeah. After saving for like a month.
it's not that bad.
The problem is she's going to blow all that in drugs straight away.
You know it. Shoot up.
That's why she's going for luxury.
So you'll blow it. So it'll take 2 months for you to blow it all.
No. Add luxury, I can spend all of the money on drugs. We'll be fine. I can live in a BTL.
I'm just saying you'd still find a way to spend it all.
That's
So
what
how
it'll be.
severely
Spend all of the
and
money
do
on
you
drugs.
actually want to loot anyone? Smash windows and go in there and just grab everything and then
I think
take it home with you.
Vice would only be really into food, making sure our pantry's full.
All right, that's no problem. It was more in terms of sort of wealthy stuff, like break into jewelry store and
Ashley would certainly wouldn't mind earning more money if she could by that. But
I will add that
the
it's
kind of
prob-
money you have would be basically I'll allow you, if you do looting, to add 2 to your background stash, or of course you can withdraw that to give you 1 extra cred.
I will add 2 to my background stash. I'm happy to do that.
I would like to add that that is what your girlfriend is trying to stop.
And yours.
Yes, but I'm paying for her retirement.
It's true. Yeah.
Right. Well,
I'm now at squatter.
Chewy's gonna give those who go looting. Chewy's gonna give a very disapproving look
Okay.
Do you want to with
while
us? Still?
reading her newspaper.
Just-
She's gonna
I
sit
am.
with her newspaper, and then she's gonna look at you over the newspaper, and just shake her head silently. It's like,
So,
and then
this
continue
is
reading.
just.
Focus on the bug points.
Ziegler has been in war situations before. He knows to keep his head down and his bunker door shut. And saving people, nah, that's not what he does.
You're gonna go looting a little bit.
I mean, do I have an action for it? I used both of mine.
It's free. It doesn't take much
I'll-
more than just going
no,
inside. You get
yeah.
2 to your background stash or
Alright.
1 cred
I'll
in
do
your
it.
hand.
Do you have
do
kids
it.
in Berlin?
They belong to the city group extraterritoriality, so they are as safe
He
as I can make them.
does. They
What?
are.
They
They are.
belong? Wait, what?
My wife works for city group.
They have citizenship in Cedar Group. They're not German citizens. They are Cedar Group citizens.
Yeah, so they're like the safest in Berlin.
Well, I mean, the extraterritoriality is closed off, but they're right next to Renraku, and they are armed to the teeth.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
they're
thing is
ready.
that they are as safe as I can. I can't make them more safe than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it just sounded
I think
really wrong when you were like, oh, they belong to the,
No, legally they do.
Yeah. I'll join
Dude.
the I'll join in
I mean,
on the
when
looting,
you-
kind of messed
I
up.
think.
Well,
Just kinda.
you used to be owned
I
by
don't-
Renraku.
Well, that was
true.
That was wrong too. That was messed up too. I belong to Hayabusa now. My little pup.
Vice used to belong to S Technology.
Yeah.
She still
She
does.
does.
I have never belonged to a corp.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, you didn't. We're in
Mr.
the
Sitland
East.
disagrees.
I mean, Ashley basically never had a sin. Basically.
He doesn't need to say it. That's the whole thing with S Technology.
Exactly.
They don't say the mean things.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
know they're true.
there's
We
a
just
kind of
need to
important point
know.
there. Ashley has almost never had a sin.
Yeah.
She had one
True,
for a
you've
short
only got
time,
fake
then
one.
it got deleted very early on.
Congratulations, you were born. Now you have no sin.
Beyond that, of course, you still have the message for Mr. Johnson wanting to offer you a job, should you feel you are so inclined.
I am so inclined.
Yeah,
Yep,
I want to get the fuck out of here.
So this new conditions have opened for many lucrative business opportunities.
Yeah.
And given the current climate, a slight manipulation of public opinion is necessary. As such, very happy if you would blow up the eastern perimeter wall, separating the west and the east at the point in the Renraku extraterritoriality. He would even pay you extra if you could, organize it so that the hole is one, big enough, and two, that you make sure that people in the east know that they can enter the western city and reclaim it if they so wish.
Interesting. We're going to be creating anarchy with one move.
Well, that would make it all worse.
Currently, the Renraku extraterritoriality is in chaos, and they have not prioritized defending their part of the perimeter wall very well. This is simply going to speed up a process that is going to be painful otherwise.
Guys,
It's time for a tank, guys. We assault the wall with a tank.
Easy.
I would like to ask a question. How do we know that this Johnson is not the Bugs?
We don't.
Yeah, sure, he's not a bug.
Well,
gotta believe him.
If you ask him.
No, I'm not. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, we met him, and we met him in a area that didn't look very bug. I don't know. I don't get bug. I mean, it's possible, certainly.
In all fairness, if he can really get us a way out, I don't care if he is the devil itself.
Did I say way out? I meant a way in. To
And
my
you know-
stomach.
And Ashley's gonna have a large grin go across her face. It is time.
Avenge your parents upon the west.
Yeah. Vice
I
doesn't
don't
care.
know. It seems like we're making everything worse
For our way out, yeah.
for everything.
Well, I mean, it's
don't
only
have much
everything for
options.
stuff we don't care about after we leave. Right?
Let all those people in the east have an escape route from things that are even worse there, since they
That's
don't have
true.
any
We're giving them a way out.
no protection.
Yeah, they have no one, Shu.
You know
This
what?
will let them get in.
Chu really doesn't want to hear that from people who loot innocent people's shops.
Actually,
That's right, I said it.
The guy down the road was totally a pedophile.
I only loot from shops belonging to people who hurt animals.
The worst.
I wouldn't
Burn the
trust
heretics.
Hayabusa with you.
Why? I would make
He
him
had
serve
kids. He looked after the kids, until he became horribly shell-shocked, and every time he held the kid, he thought it was a bomb that he had to defuse. and-
I'm just sharing my fear here that I feel that we're playing in the enemy's hand. There you go. That's all. I'll still go with you guys. I'm just sharing my fear here.
Do you not want to do that then? Do the mission then?
No, I'll still do it. Because I really don't have a choice.
Well, no, you can voice your opinion.
But what's it gonna do?
We could try to track down this Mr. Johnson and figure out who he is.
Yeah, we could try find out who he is.
If he belongs to one of the corps, then we have a better idea. If he belongs to a crazy bug sect, then we don't work for him anymore.
Man, you'd hate to find out that.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
the
that would
worst,
be-
wouldn't it?
Man,
Oh, come
Well,
on.
isn't it
Come
kind
on,
of
people.
too late? We already fucked up everything.
We
We
have
already-
helped as much as we could.
Yeah.
We
You can only
haven't
do so
really-
much.
We armed these. We picked the biggest, baddest people we could find, and we armed them as much as possible against it. It is. I think the only thing we could have done.
Now we begin the course of anarchy, which Ashley looks exceptionally happy.
Ashley's like, woo, anarchy!
Well, the thing is, for what we
Rips his
know,
shirt off.
we know that the East was really
Starts
a
playing some
bad
Green
bug
Day.
place, and now we're basically just...
Sex Pistols, please.
We also know it's already got through to the west.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's true.
So We already know it's got through to the west, so...
I
Yeah,
have
it's-
a bad feeling about this.
It's all over the city. They can fly. I don't think a wall is going to stop them.
Also,
They can also
I
be astral
I would-
spirits.
Yeah, there are also spirits that don't care about the physical world all that much.
Just saying, they're spirits. What are we supposed to defend against?
Yeah. I have a sword that can apparently hurt them. Never tried it.
I want to let you try that.
Maybe you should give that to Chu, all things considered.
No, she's too attached to this to the katana.
I mean, you don't
To use it.
replace it. It's just when something scary shows up, you know.
How did you get a sword?
We took
I
it from
took
the
it off
from
of the
dude.
Jaguar Warriors.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
We've had
What?
that for
It's a
ages.
cool ass obsidian sword.
it is. Yeah.
Ashley would have added it to her loot collection if she didn't already.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I took it. I was like, fuck yeah.
Sure.
It
It's
hurts
it's
spirits.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
The only thing we can hurt spirits with. It's fucking awesome.
Well, I'm just voicing my opinion, and I have a. I just feel that often when I voice my fear, it ends up being true, and then I just sit in the corner and be like, I hate when I'm right.
Anakai.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. Just never mind. I was looking at something like, no, I'll keep
Alright.
it now.
Sure.
I was looking at some of my trophies for a second and I had an idea, but I'll keep it
Like,
now.
oh, Manako? No, I don't want to talk to you.
Sorry.
I was just seeing if you were listening. Yeah.
I just want to hear you say yeah. I just like when you say yeah.
Power to make you do that. Yeah. But you can certainly try to find out stuff about Mr. Johnson. That is not an uncommon Shadowrun thing to do.
It's kind of uncommon we didn't do that first.
Well, you have actually some of them. You've found out some of the early ones, like Mr. Sitlan. First, you didn't know who he was associated with. You found out, and now he's not caring to hide anymore.
Yeah, like he
But you
invites
can
us
certainly
to
consider the
anthology.
mission he offered you last time, which was gathering information on a secret Ares facility.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Something that might not be too useful to the bugs, because presumably they would already know about it.
That's what I'm thinking.
They not really
It
need evidence.
smelled of Sadokrup.
Mm.
Because
Well-
Mr. Sitlam wouldn't hide it. Ares wouldn't want us to raid their own stuff. The bugs don't care. So Sadokrup is the likely option.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't mean that the Sadokrup person isn't a bug, but
I know, but
at some point we run into the Forsaken Throne problem. If mind control is everywhere, then like what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sorry.
just stop
players are
trusting
bugs.
everything.
Sorry, Dark. I didn't mean it like that. It's just really frustrating.
It was exhausting.
I know.
It's frustrating when everyone can point, no, it's not my fault, it was that person's fault. And then you go to that person, and it's not my fault, it was that person's fault. You know, you just make a chain of, what do you call it? A chain of,
Lame.
Person.
did you say lame?
Lame.
Oh, blame. I was like, whoa, that's
Shane of
harsh.
Lame is pretty good too.
That's
Lame Shane.
Blame, shame. Yeah, a chain of
In,
blame
in
and
Shadowrun,
shame.
blame usually goes down.
Mhm.
Though, like you know,
Yeah.
the CEO, it wasn't his experts were wrong, but they were given faulty information from the technicians who had to work with this intern who fucking fucked everything up. So
You know,
he is the reason it all went
you,
wrong.
you know, if Zoe had had a real ass gun, she would have blown her head off. Like, I can't handle this anymore.
Am I evil?
I don't know anymore.
But anyway, yeah, if someone can tell me how they want to gather information on your Mr. Johnson. We'll do an information gathering thing. There's a role for that.
I
What
suppose
role
one.
would that be?
I suppose one way potentially. He's been sending us messages, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Is it? Would it be possible to us at all digitally trace those messages?
You could try.
I mean, Ashley's certainly willing to try. It's something. Yeah, she's not bad at this.
We might as well.
That's 4.
Wow.
All right. That means you get decent information, which is that, yeah, you can trace it, not exactly who sent it, but insofar that it has been relayed physically from outside of Berlin. This guy's not in here right now.
It's low fear.
And it does have set of group markings, meaning that it has been relayed by them.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's Luther.
I'm hoping he's Lofir because he's cool.
Or at least it's Seda Krupp, at least, right? It's the main point.
You
At
know,
least Seda Krupp.
you know,
It's
Jonas, looks isn't everything. You know, you can be an asshole and look good.
I mean, Lofir is an asshole.
All assholes look good. He's a dragon. He is an asshole.
He's a class A asshole, but he's still pretty cool.
AAA, in fact.
A asshole, yeah.
I would still totally make a
Asshole.
deal with Lofir because just to say that I have made a deal with Lofir.
Well,
Never
but
deal
then
with a
that
dragon.
means you're having a deal with a dragon, yeah.
I know.
I think
But
you're
Say
the
that's
only
a
one
bad
who
thing
hasn't.
to do.
the reason they say it is Lofir. He is the reason they say it.
Jonas, aren't you the only one who hasn't made a deal with the dragon?
I have
I
made a
haven't.
deal with the dragon with B team dude Cinder, I think.
Yeah.
I made a deal there.
Yeah.
But since then, we haven't gone back to them.
No, that
I'm
was
just-
Oh, I don't
hearing
want to
for-
deal with those consequences.
no, that was oh boy.
What kind of hell are they in? I can't. Holy.
Think of Corkington.
Corrigan is always fun.
Somebody did bring it up. Lorian, I think, brought it up in the chat. And I said, yeah, but that's B Team's problem right now.
Yes.
We don't even know he exists.
I don't want to ever play B team again. That was too.
Yeah.
That was too. That's just too much trouble. Too much trouble. It was fun though, burning down a whole house or a complex and. Oh. That is the only time we have tried Bedlam as a tactic, and I think it's kind of showed that
Worked out?
it's not. Well, I suppose it
Well,
did.
you know. Well, I guess that's what we did then.
I mean, do you want to take the job? He can't. He says he can't meet you.
No, I'm fine. We can take the jump.
Right.
I'm in.
Sure.
Ashley is very keen to going in. Very keen.
That's me asking then. Do you plan to go and do the side objective,
I
which
don't-
is going to the east to talk to gangs and whatnot to get them on board?
Sure.
It's trying to actually go through when you do it, because these walls are made to be patched pretty quickly, and it seems like you're Mr. Johnson. Once there should be quite the shock effect. Perhaps even make it seem like whatever happened from the other side, or
Mm-hmm.
you know. And he specified in the Renraku territory, which is sort of in the middle of the city.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we should do the side objective. I think Ashley would actually be encouraging it.
Alright, Vice will ask the question. Do we get paid more for the side objective?
Well, yeah.
Alright, let's do the side objective.
If
There
you
we go.
accomplish it, he will pay more. Of course, if you fail, well, he doesn't need to say anything else, because then you won't get out of the city.
We'll be like dead, right?
Probably dead.
Yeah. Alright. Anyone against bonus objective and extra money?
Ashley wants both the money and she wants to do the bonus objective for herself. So yes.
Vice is
Okay.
only doing it for the money. Worst comes to worst, she just pays her way out. She can make money in Aztland.
So how does Ashley seem to feel about this whole thing?
There's a few things about it, but one of the things in her mind is ever since the day of the invasion, she remembers, and she's seen that wall very quickly start to be put up. She's hated it. She has hated seeing it as a clear thing visible in the city. It's been there. It's tall. It's hard to breach.
Yeah.
And she's hated it with a vindictive passion.
And let's talk about the wall just for a second, since that's going to be your objective here.
Mhm.
It is a multi-layered defense system. It is made to be both anti sort of mechanical and anti-personnel. There's of course openings in it where they can go, where you can go in and out, but generally you don't really want to. They send parties in there to do things now and then. Retribution for things, you know. So we have the west over here. We have the east over here. The wall in the center, mostly, is a rather tall, sort of cement, plasteel concrete structure that has watch points at the top. These are very tall, and generally there's also like that's where you have like snipers, effectively, and also where mages are doing the ritual to keep spirits on watch for any threat. The construction goes into the ground pretty far with a strong fundament sort of going down. Beyond it, you have basically this is exaggerated distance, I suppose, but you have a good distance, and then you have faces or fences, double fences with barbed wire. And more barbed wire. This distance between them have those is tank defense, right?
Mm-hmm. Dragon teeth.
Yeah.
Dragon teeth, yeah.
Set out there in wide patterns. Some areas that are less defended, basically that are not defended by specifically by corp forces and are minorly controlled, have minefields in those areas. Behind the wall is generally another smaller wall. Also has, of course, spikes on top and such. And behind it is where you would find security checkpoints and general sort of wall maintenance, wall stuff, where they keep their stuff. Basically, it's much easier to go at from the western side than the eastern.
It's kind of like the wall between South and North Korea.
I have not seen that one, but maybe.
It's basically like that. On one side, it's like, oh, you could totally cut over here, but
Well,
the other is like, don't get over here.
It's more of a there's not really one wall. There's like wall, dead zone, and then wall.
Yeah.
With troops all up and down the south.
So this side here would be Morocco's side, would it be?
Yeah.
South Korea side.
Nothing really. Like again, the inner wall is there to stop. Basically, it's also to stop construction that close, and they can sort of drive their military vehicles up and down. There's like helipads, that sort of thing. The wall is generally supposed to be like you could shoot it with a like artillery piece, and it would still stand, probably with some cracks maybe, but it's not easy to blow up at all. It's very difficult.
Is it like this? Is it like exactly like this all over the wall, or is there places that are like more, people like not that keen?
It was built as a unified thing, built all around. It was built at a time where the Flux state was strong. It had just been invaded, and basically the West had been taken by the corporate forces. It was a grand corporate coalition between the then divided German states and several megacorporations. At the time, the Flux state fought valiantly with many anarchist heroes coming even like from a distant place in the world, Shadowrunners, just free thinkers generally who tried to have this place be a resistance against the corporate like domination of the world. It was deemed too costly to push on into the east. It was easier to push back these forces than it was to actually go in when they had their back against the wall, so to speak. And so it was elected that the most cost-efficient way would simply be to build a perimeter zone in the wall and just close it off, really, and let them all die out. That's effectively what's been happening like in the last many, many years. The East is still full of old patriots of the Flux state and such, but due to just lack of everything, it's just been very hard. Nowadays, the wall isn't patrolled as well as it once was, but it still stands as a very, very impenetrable barrier towards the east, basically stopping anyone from going at it. People don't attack it anymore. People don't go close to it anymore. It's just there's no point, basically. There's not enough unified force in the east to take care of anything. They all split up into different gangs and bands trying to keep their neighborhoods safe while raiding other neighborhoods to feed themselves. Effectively, Lofir's plan for the east worked out. Except perhaps that it has remained as it is for so long because no one can agree on what should happen to it.
It's kind of weird. When you said Lofir, I immediately like sheep.
No, it was his plan.
No. When you said Lofir, I was like, sheep did that.
Damn sheep.
Damn sheep. I knew.
You know, I kind of like.
It's something he
A
would
dragon
do.
in a game sheep doesn't play and still is labeled as something he has something to do with. There's a connection there, subconsciously.
Yeah, there
Just
is.
look at it and you're like, yeah, that's what he would do.
Trust him. Backstabber.
Like,
Yeah.
I bet somewhere.
Hire Babylon to kill Darkenman.
If you read that document, I bet it says SMW somewhere.
Sleep with my wife.
Yeah.
Bastard.
To instill his air.
Yeah. Such the darkest betrayal.
That is the darkest betrayal.
I have not betrayed you yet.
I
He's somewhere grinning at it all.
I haven't betrayed you either.
Cackling, wringing his hands.
Yes, you have. I remember the Ren Rocker incident. You betrayed us.
Yeah, but not in any other.
I mean, doesn't count. You only get one freebie.
The next time, though, oh boy.
Yeah. So that's the wall, and that's basically what you've been asked to breach or make a hole in. Now, it is not as well defended as it might have been because there's stuff going on in Morocco, and they are not really fearing the east enough to prioritize that a whole lot.
Why don't we just do that? We basically go to the east and say to everyone that it is from now on legally legal for everyone to pass the wall.
I mean, they wouldn't buy it.
Dude, it worked
It would
back
be
then.
would be better to go in and say, "Hey, we're gonna blow up the wall. If you want resources and safety and somewhere better to live than this shithole, go here at this time."
Yeah, but what I did was a callback to the wall in Germany.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
The V for Vendetta defensive.
Yes. I see.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no reason.
On the 5th, we will blow up this wall.
Should ever.
Yeah. I mean,
The only difference is the fireworks are going to create an A, not a V this time.
Get John Hurt in here quickly.
No, he looks
No
like
spider.
my Danish teacher.
anyway.
Yes.
Anyway. That is the mission here. Now, we actually spent quite a lot of time, half of the session so far, discussing this stuff. I don't know if we timed to complete a whole run, but I don't know how you guys feel about that.
We can do the pre-run at least.
Yeah.
Like go and talk to people. And
That's what I was thinking.
And then next time we do the wall.
The
blowing.
actual go. Yeah.
A short
Maybe you
session.
could even this session like choose an approach. So that's done.
Yeah, Manica, I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Ren Rocker have like turrets on this side or something?
Turrets?
Well, they're all turned off because.
What are you thinking?
of the
Like
issue.
automated turrets?
Yes.
Not really. I mean, on their own side to protect their military stuff. Yes, they definitely have.
But haven't they turned
Drones,
that
that
off?
sort of thing too. They had. But
had,
they certainly tried to turn that off pretty quickly when shit started going down. The other side of the wall, the eastern side, no. There's no automated defenses. There's the sharpshooters basically on the wall, and then generally they have on the wall some locations that have anti-air like placements. Beyond
Just
that, they have deckers and drones behind the wall that can go out, and if you harass the wall, you might get like shot by a drone that flies over.
I'm just saying, if we can get the turrets with the wall's own defenses to slaughter and destroy things,
Mm-hmm.
How?
I was thinking how much explosives I need to actually blow up the wall. That's
Lot.
gonna be a demolition project and a half.
The better idea is if we can get their own defenses to do a lot of the work for us.
Mhm.
No. It also matches our MO quite well if we get their own defenses to do it.
But then bullets aren't really going to do much to concrete, even high caliber rounds. You're going to have to
Well,
put
I'm not just thinking
thousands.
bullets, but the fact they have also like anti-aircraft stuff. You know, they're gonna have some pretty potent stuff in here.
Yeah, but anti-aircraft stuff is very difficult to point horizontally. They tend to
It's a
point up.
huge wall. It's pretty easy.
Pretty big
hit.
target.
And then getting to it, that's the other problem. Getting to them to hack them.
Well, if our team's good at anything, it's infiltration.
True.
Into the Renraku extraterritoriality now during a bug attack and
During
and,
their
like,
most
martial law.
heightened
I
martial
said-
law
I said
issues.
they're
That's certainly going to be part of it. Just sort of.
They're not paying attention to this part of the wall as much though.
But
So-
then,
I mean, we need to get in.
personally, I would find just, like going our typical sewer way into as close to that side of the wall as we can on the eastern side. Just put a whole bunch of fucking charges there. Well, Decker's gonna keep an eye on the wall. Oh, fuck off, roll 20 on your code of conduct bullshit.
What?
What? Just
our
kicked
first-
me
our first-
out.
Yeah, as it stood,
What were
though,
you
our
trying
first,
to write in the chat?
yeah, as it
Nothing.
stood, though, our first part was try to convince the people in the east, like we're actually going to be able to do this. Rally them.
Maybe you shouldn't show your login. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I tried not to. It's just being stupid now.
So, yeah, I suppose we could start with that. Do you have any particular people in mind that you would in the east that you would like to go talk to?
I don't know many people over there.
No, I don't know anyone.
Fuck Christ.
Perhaps, given everything, Manako,
Uh-huh.
it could be possible, of course, that given all of Ashley's connections to the east, her history, and all of that, perhaps she still does actually know some people. Some rather, they held up in the resistance, or they had large connections to the resistance forces during the fights and everything.
Uh-huh.
She still knows them, and it's been a long time, but it's time to reopen these connections up, perhaps.
Yeah.
See them once again.
All right. Yeah, her own group is currently one of the ones that hangs out at the Blue Moon meeting. Though perhaps the big thing they were doing has been somewhat interrupted. I mean, then again, the East probably doesn't feel all this stuff as much as the West because it's always like this. They can never get out. They never get shipments or anything. They always get shot if they try to leave.
Well,
Oh, there's just bugs in here too.
perhaps it's time we approach them and give them a bit of good news.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you can probably get to the east through one of the checkpoints without too much trouble. Probably one of the northern checkpoints would be the easiest to go through.
We've done it before a few times, so
The streets are pretty clear. There's no heavy traffic going on. There are here and there people who are sort of wrapped masks and such things, shirts even around their faces that are you hear a smash of a window breaking and then people grabbing TVs and running away with them. Who knows, to sell them after this is all done or whatever they plan. Most people, though, so far are just doing what they're told, staying indoors and trying to keep out of trouble.
we're bringing the trouble.
You still notice there's some screens and such flickering, even street lights and such, just flickering sometimes, and then basically blinking in to create routes for people to walk if need be. Screens saying things, different types of quotes and such. It seems like a lot of the sort of municipal electronics are firing haywire or breaking down somehow.
Mm-hmm.
as the many street cameras just follow you as you move.
Luckily, our bureau code is anomalous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, going to the east. Well, the checkpoint is sparsely manned, but there certainly are still people there. It's they're keeping safe basically. You're processed. You've done that before.
Mhm.
It's a process of every time basically a little bit of bribery, a little bit of it's never trivial, but well, I suppose to you it is in fact trivial. It is something that would be difficult for most people, but not for you. In the east, things look dilapidated and ruined as they always do. Looking around, there are fewer people on the streets, fewer people walking around, and when people walk around, it is in groups, and somewhat armed with what they have probably. As your vehicle sort of rolls down the different streets.
I suppose at this point we're all in heavy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine there's no reason not to. As they say, in the affected areas of Berlin right now, normal is the new light. Most people seem to, because the ones who don't just obey their corporate overlords and stay indoors and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've done that all their life. Yeah, the extraterritorialities are a different order. They have even some neighborhoods at the edge have like heavy police force protections. It's the richer neighborhoods of Berlin. Generally are well protected so far. So those areas seem to function relatively well. The technology, extraterritoriality, for example, still has stores open and commerce going. There's just like the areas where you enter it, and the split between their extraterritorial and the rest of Berlin, those are heavily guarded. Probably more so by spirits than anything else. Not something you would really notice, though. I suppose you'd know it just from the presence, perhaps. Over here, well, there are neighborhoods that are good, neighborhoods that are bad. How does Ashley feel going here, trying to find her old pals? Well, that she left, I suppose.
It's a very odd feeling for her in general. This life is a life that she wanted to fight for, but I mean, when all of this happened, she was too young to properly fight for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time she was really capable, the damage had mostly been done. There was not a whole lot left to fight with here.
Mm-hmm.
The East already kind of taken down its knocks and kind of the wall up. Her on the other side, coming across, of course, occasionally. She's done this trip way too many times, but it's going up to them in full gear and doing this is probably making her almost, well, if she gave a damn, she'd probably be a little bit nervous about it, actually, a little bit worried.
Yeah. How so?
It's a sense of confliction, in a sense. She has very little left of that past, and in almost in a way, in the past she wouldn't have wanted to risk almost losing it, in a sense. At least some of them still existed, some did, but now she goes her major focus now, without her really giving much of a damn, is more focused on vengeance now than anything. This is a great time for it.
Mm-hmm. She wants to unleash the hate of the East upon the West.
Mm-hmm. She has wanted to shoot and tear apart the corporations, and this is the best ways that she's had in a while to be able to put up a big middle finger to them.
I suppose then she doesn't feel bad about using them for something like that.
Not anymore. I don't think so. Not as much. She's kind of grown a bit cold in that regard towards it. For once you might have considered them kind of, brethren in that regard, but now, really,
She's grown up.
Yeah, she's grown up, and now the number of people she actually gives a care about is significantly smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, and even so, it's probably hard for her to even notice them. Yeah, I mean, you can find the place fairly easily, given what you've done or what you're doing. It's driving. You're a pretty good driver, assuming Ziegler drives.
Ziegler drives, yes.
I don't think he would let us drive.
No.
That unnerving thing when he's just unconscious in the front seat.
Hey, no, it's even more unnerving, I think, for Vice, who's in the back seat with her drinks, when in the situation where they're both unconscious in the front seat because Ashley's in her own private.
No, she's used to drinking on her own.
She's
so.
just sitting there, like mixing drinks, as the car violently drives back and forth.
As there are two people.
She pours more drinks in.
Yeah.
She's just so used to it.
As there are two people jacked in at the front, you jacked in the car, me my cyber deck.
Laying to the side, like, She's like, wonderful.
She like
maybe leading out with a gun sometimes.
Yeah, every now and again it's like, oh come on, I'm trying to enjoy a drink.
I can
Puts down the window, leans out like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Back in.
I also imagine almost Ziegler sometimes might just like, oh wait, she's pouring a drink, suddenly swerve.
Yeah.
You do. Should I come past like a corner of the street where someone in an orange robe is holding out like flyers for people?
Shoot him. And then we'll drive on.
Yep, shoot him in the face. And we'll carry on.
All right.
I'm not shooting them.
We're saving them, technically. I mean,
Yeah, we're saving the world. Or saving Berlin. One asshole at a time.
Do you attack this?
Maybe not, because of the whole hive mind thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it.
All right.
Or at least
The
Vice
message
does.
is in these times of sorrow and fear. Have you felt like a place you need to belong? We can help you awake into a new world and see things from a new perspective. We have
Fine,
free
sure.
food and clean clothes at these locations.
Oops! I accidentally drove over a monk several times. It's
I ran over him to make sure he was
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I backed
Burn out
up,
on
I
his
didn't
face.
hear the right crunch, so...
All right. It seems like they've set up like basically soup kitchens and such where you can come in and you can have some free food and maybe some good bath and then
you get
talk to you about
indoctrinated.
things and
I
help.
mean, so what I'm hearing here is that
you
like,
can begin
I
giving a
want us
little bit
to
back.
because you want us to kill him clearly because you're making them sound so insufferable.
He did this with Evo. Come on.
Fine, I'll stop. What they're doing. You go, and drive on.
Yeah, basically being, these fuckers.
All right.
He says through the radio.
The headlamps blink on the car like, and,
Sovereign hates charity.
yeah, ugh. Makes him sick to his stomach helping people. Why I oughta?
Yeah. You move up in the rain to basically get to the entrance into the Blue Moon area. It looks like it's sort of almost like a major underground building. Probably was once like a factory or something. It's clearly not been that for a long time. But they do have a fence around it where a couple of drones are sort of buzzing around, keeping things clear. You can drive in. There's a parking lot in there, though there are very few cars. Doesn't seem like it's really a thing that they do here. It's more that it's there because it has always been. How do you approach the place?
Well, are these people actually would think they would respond well to us knocking on their door?
I mean, she's not here, so.
Oh.
Ashley might think that they are. They're a gang. They're actually a couple gangs who are together here to compete with each other. In their cyber skills. They're the cyber gangs, so to speak. Somewhat like the troll spiders are a sort of a coalition gang of neighborhood watches and such who do a lot of like smuggling. These guys do a lot of like cyber crime, and especially like they make drugs, cybernetic drugs, BTLs. And they make like fake stuff, fake IDs. They fudge your criminal records, that sort of thing. Just ruin stuff for fun, also. Yeah. When you can't get your money from the bank because it's broken down, it's probably these fuckers like ruined it just cause. Screw the man and whatnot. Yeah. So they will most likely feel threatened by you somewhat and mistrustful because they don't have a lot of friends generally.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm somewhat out of my depth here. I've never spoken to anarchists, and I'm not really sure how. Like, I assume, like, Siegel will be like, "Well, they're anarchist kids, they're some gang sign or something." He doesn't know. Looks at the others.
Vice grew up in a sheltered life where she later became a drug addict that takes these things. She's not too keen on the making part, or the people that do make them, so...
Why don't we just go in there?
Vice doesn't really care. Well, she doesn't know how to deal with them, basically.
Well, my suggestion is to kind of wait for Dark to get here, because his character
There is,
knows.
outside, there's a fancy neon sign that's like blinking.
Nice.
They could afford a neon sign?
Blue moon, beware. Well, yeah, they have like cybernetics and all that stuff.
Oh,
It's not that they afford it; they make it. Just
They
as
got
the area is patrolled by drones.
They got the
not
noble
people.
gas. Oh my god.
It's the future. There's tons of neon everywhere. Everybody loves it.
I love neon.
Like, it's surprising you don't have neon rims on your car.
Yeah,
Well, it's not inconspicuous.
Anonymous,
Yeah.
so it's but that's why it's anonymous, because it's the one that doesn't have that much neon on it. It just has a few blingy
It's just
things,
a bit
you know.
low.
Well, I mean, here, if you had a car, that's rare in the East. Well, in the West, it's very common, but most of them are just like very bland. It's like they have these models for different corporations, but nothing is like, basically when you live as a normal person, sort of a wage slave, as they're derogatorily called, everything you have is the same as your neighbors. Your lives are the same. You're provided, like you eat the same sort of food. Your apartment looks the same. Your furniture is the same. Like, you watch the same TV shows. It's all the same, right?
So their
I suppose
problem
a little
is
bit
they
like
don't like
those
the
people
same.
at the beginning of the Lego movie. They're just sort of
Everything is
all a cog in the giant machine, and
Did you hear any of them
your
complain
life
about
is
it?
produced. Your life is produced on a like as a mass production, basically. You live, you die, all as planned. From when
At
you're
least
born in
everything
the
is awesome.
extraterritoriality, they already know, what your life's going to be like, basically. There's minor things, like, you might fall in love here or there, but reality, that doesn't really matter to them. You'll go to school, you get your degree, you'll work for them, you'll get a promotion, you'll work harder and harder and harder, then you'll be retired, and then that's that, really.
But everything is awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, what more could you want from life,
That is true.
What more could you want? If you just work hard enough, you could become rich too, they say. But no one ever does. Except for Shadowrunners. Because you leave the system. Delete your personality and go and do terrible crimes for the corporations. And they pay you. They pay you very well. Compared to wage slaves.
Well, looking at the anarchist building with the blinking neon sign. Seeker is
imagine-
going to look to Ashley and be like, well, this is your show, kid.
Mhm.
Home sweet home? She says with a slightly questioning voice.
It looks at the dilapidated building. Frowns. Well, whatever. If something needs to be, if we need to throw down or if at any point give us a sign and I'll start shooting. But he sort of looks around. I'm not used to handling these types of people.
She nods. As I suppose, I didn't hear the description of the building because I wasn't here when
The building looks like an old factory. Very old. It hasn't been used as a factory for a very long time. It's pretty clear. It's been reclaimed by these anarchists, basically. It has sort of spray paint generally a lot of places. It is tall, heavy roof, made of bricks, which is rare nowadays. You have a fence around it, sort of surrounding it and the parking lot. Though there's not really any cars there. The fence is old and such, but it is patrolled by drones. And as you sort of drive a car up here, you certainly have like drones facing you, looking at you. You know, it's unusual, even if the car doesn't tell them much about who you are. Having one is already being different. They have the big door. It's closed currently, and outside that there is a giant neon sign saying "Blue Moon." It's sort of blinking in a blue color.
What would Ashley exactly know about, what exactly is Blue Moon? Is it just kind of the name of their group?
Well, she's been here before.
True. Yeah.
The gangs generally are not very big. Like her gang might have been like 16 people or something like that. However, they usually work together with other gangs of a similar proficiency to live, really. The cyber gangs produce BTLs. They do cybercrime. They make fake IDs. These things, they can't really sell or provide those alone. And so they go to places like this to do that. Lots of different gangs generally gather under one name, which is, in this case, Blue Moon. That's the place here. That's where they go. It's their Elysium. It's where they don't fight. They come here to make sure that they can all survive.
Sure.
And right now they come here to have a competition to show that who's the best decker among them, because they are still very much anarchists.
Mm-hmm.
In a very flamboyant, sort of showy way. Lots of spray paint, and piercings, and neon lights. Probably also loud music.
Ashley will relax slightly, looking over the place. A faint smile on her face for a second, thinking about it. Though, is that just for show? Kind of knocking her head back. Ashley will just begin to approach with letting out her outwards demeanor, much like she did when she was in the gangs. She belongs here.
Uh-huh.
This is where she's supposed to belong.
Do you drive the car in, or do you leave the car?
I'd say leave the car outside, don't just drive it in.
All right. Hope it's not going to be keyed while you're gone.
It's gone when we come back.
Well, you know.
I mean, I can stay by the car with guns out, and
You'll be ready. You'll be ready for getaway with the car.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hopefully not needed. Is Vice coming along, I assume?
Secret will
Yeah,
stand
sure.
with the car. He will have his like big anti-material rifle in his hands, looking around, be like, yeah, and like the drone Warburg on the car, like scanning around, like boop, boop.
Yeah, that certainly is assuming you don't park right outside this place. find somewhere.
Keep a little bit more distance than that.
Because that certainly would enter material rifle right outside your door. That's alarming. That's beautiful.
All right, sure. We could probably hide it somewhere.
Yeah, you know.
Pretty good at hiding things these
That's
days.
true. You have hidden
be a driving check to see how well.
Sure.
How well you can navigate things, because you want to be close enough to bail them out if you need be.
I do. Yes. I most certainly do. Yes. Oh, 6.
Yeah, good spot. Close by, probably even with visibility to the building.
Nice.
Visibility means firing range for a rifle.
The rest of you walking in. Let's see that etiquette.
Sure.
So you wanna seem like you belong here. Now you're gonna have extra effect, I think, Ashley, because you actually have belonged here.
It's been a long time, so.
Do your two companions also try to belong here, or is it more like they're clearly outsiders?
I'll try to pretend I belong here because I do have etiquette.
Is this possibly then like our disguise, perhaps one giant group project? Or not disguise or stealth, like a giant group project?
That would be etiquette here, but sure.
Yeah. I'm saying is that like you're doing a team thing here. It sounds like it would be appropriate.
Let's do that.
I suppose everyone gets to roll. Who wants? I suppose I'll take the lead as appropriate, but unless Vice wants to lead it because she's like social expert.
I don't really care.
Yeah, but she knows nothing about this.
It's true.
She's extremely sheltered.
Hasn't stopped her many all the time.
That is also true. Yeah,
Extremely sheltered, but takes drugs in a drug den run by the Yakuza.
Give your roles etiquette if you're coming in.
Well, what I'm saying, it would make sense that you did it.
Yeah, it does make sense. Yep, and I'll take the karma cost.
Jack.
There you go.
We've got 6 from 2 on our project. That's a critical because of our special ability.
Yep.
And I don't
Good
cost
job.
myself any points.
Lucky.
What about
You seem like
Jonas not there? Or
Nope.
you
something?
said you
by
will
the
stay
car.
with the car.
If the car is in danger of being stolen, I don't want to lose
Yeah,
the
they
car.
can't steal it from you because they wouldn't know how to drive, but they could like kick it, I guess.
I would like to
Kick
add.
it.
I would like to add that you don't have to be scared because I
Yeah.
left Hayabusa with you.
Oh, that's
The-
great. Thank you.
There's a little
Okay.
happy dog next to you.
I'm sure
Just
the
barking
grenade
very
launcher
happily
will
Yeah,
keep
when
I
him
mean,
he's
you
company.
could probably go with them and leave the car with a 6. You could probably find a spot where it's safe.
All right, fine.
Not sure much
In
problem.
that case, I am with you. What are we rolling?
Roll an etiquette roll.
See if you can fit in.
So roll 2d6 and hope that both of them are above 4, I guess.
Or,
No,
you know.
that's
No,
a one.
that's a 1.
So you cost me 1 karma.
I'm proud of you.
Ziegler's like, what? He has his like old leather jacket on and his rifle slung over his,
Doesn't look punk at all.
yeah, it doesn't look punk at all. It looks like what he is, an old army veteran.
Hold still. Come on here.
Yeah, she's like, you need to ruffle up your hair, more gel, maybe some neon. And he's like, what?
Well, you also look like an army veteran in heavy gear, like
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
in war gear.
nobody doesn't see that you're out to kill and murder a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's our
Oh
job.
yeah.
We're here to mean business. We prove that by our look.
I mean business.
And certainly
We've got a crit though. So we've got a crit.
enough to get you through the front door. Without the drones accosting you, though they follow you just to look at you. Probably reporting feed in and such. You open the door. You get into like a preliminary area. Probably this is where you would generally check in and such when it was a factory. Now it's sort of a bit of a, well, almost the same thing really. There's like a desk in the side and such, and they, you can see further in. There's the big hall where you have loud music going on. Some like punk rock music. Maybe even like some synth
Probably.
playing from different places. Lots of like strange looking just neon lights shining down. Lots of like people with very punk haircuts, mohawks and like side cuts and whatnot. Tattoos, data jacks, cyberdegs, and you know, as they sort of saw that you were coming, also weapons. As you basically you walk in, and there you are met by a drone that has a little camera on it. Whereupon you see a person. Well, it's not really a person.
An avatar?
Yeah, an avatar. But it is a like. Describe it. It's like an anthropomorphic like bass guitar. If that makes sense. It has. Yeah, I guess that really describes it the best I can. It has legs. It has arms.
Okay.
It has sort of got eyes on it, and it speaks with sort of a bit of a hum to everything it says.
Is this Wonderland? Have we like fallen down the rabbit hole? Like,
Oh, they love that sort of references.
Welcome to Decker Life.
Follow the white rabbit, you know.
yeah.
Welcome to Decker Life. You're here to stay.
Ziegler feels sick suddenly.
Yeah,
Violently
you
sick.
can hear like the in the background going on. Lots of young people here too, compared to old people. Though there certainly are some around.
Ziegler's one of the oldest, probably.
Yeah. You don't get that old in the East, usually. Yeah, but the little avatar thing, there are people around you again. Like, as you look around, there are people who look like they're standing casually, but they're tense and, like, ready. More so, there are drones. Lots of drones bussing around in the up there. That seems to be a thing they do a lot here. Decking and rigging generally going hand to hand with these tech nerd people. Not as professionally made as Ezekiel's, but certain by a large amount. But they are sort of very much built with what they have been able to get, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and for that they're impressive.
Yeah, Ashley meanwhile is standing there, you know, in all of her gear though, but looking exceptionally casually. Her cyberdeck clearly visible on her back.
Yeah, the bass guitar seems to address you as it says, "Welcome to Blue Moon. How may we be of assistance?"
Do I recognize his avatar, by the way, or the voice?
Sure. The avatar would be someone known only as High Bass, who is the proprietor, or, well, so to speak, the leader of Blue Moon. A somewhat renowned decker in Berlin. Not a world-class decker, by certain. Never spoken to them personally, probably. You were not really that big of a fly back then.
Oh, so not when I was part of this. I've actually grown since I left the nest.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Hi, base. It's been a while since I thought about you.
Asherweb, your name is known.
I expect
Now,
so.
why do you come to us at this hour of trepidation?
Because we come offering you a chance, a deal.
The base moves its arm down to its stomach area where the strings are, pulls one so it makes a long boom node dramatically before unimpressively speaking of and saying, "A deal with us? I thought you left this life."
And I did. But given what's going on right now, I've got some. We're going to be doing something which I think you'd be highly interested in. Shall we discuss it, perhaps, with drinks? If you'd indulge me.
I don't think I'm going to meet anyone in meat space. You can.
I can come join you.
That's agreeable. With that, basically, the drone will turn around and fly a little bit. As you hear the voice, "Follow me." So,
Ashley follows along, just as she used to. Definitely slowly the others will notice also her kind of changing her demeanor slightly to very much be, she has gained a little bit of a bit more of a haughty and respectable thing, and she's kind of got a bit of a Shadowrunner. Kind of a bit more, up. She's probably more into her gang kind of way of moving.
People know her. That's clear in here. They're like, oh, it's, Ashweb.
She is loving
it.
it. She is loving the attention.
Mm-hmm. Someone has holding up a stencil, which is a doge spider that they've spray painted somewhere. The rest of you, though, they don't really seem to know.
The one. If I see someone actually hold it up, Ashley will smirk enough to actually reach into her pocket and give it one of her small booklets of stickers.
Just a sticker, like, here we go.
Throw them out to people.
Yeah, here we go, kid.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people though are also just watching, clearly ready. These people, you would know, they're armed. Though certainly cybernetics and that sort of thing is there.
Ashley fully understands this.
Yeah. With what you have with you, and given who you are, you could kill a lot of these people.
They know it. They know it, and they're ready.
They know it, but they're gonna
try and stop.
They're kind of famous for not taking shit from nobody, right? Mm-hmm. That's sort of the idea here. When you come from the West and expect to command them or push them down, they don't take well to that. And that seems to be what seems going on here, since as you sort of abandoned this place and gone to the West to live the easy life over there.
You say the easy life of Shadowrunning.
just joining the corporations and working for them. That's not really in the spirit of what they do.
Ashley certainly has certainly not enjoyed corporation life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you're led to a smaller room. There's it looks like just a hangout room. There's a bunch of data jacks you can jack into to go to their server. The location here is connected to several locations in the east where you can sort of meet up. In the real Blue Moon is of course just on the Matrix. This is just a physical hub, the physical hub for the host, so to speak. Yeah, the meeting is expected to take place there because ain't nobody gonna meet you face to face.
Okay, I can understand that they may not want to meet Ashley face to face.
Well, they don't want to meet you in the Matrix either. You're more dangerous there, but you have impressive people with you.
Mm-hmm. Admittedly, Ashley's probably more dangerous in the Matrix than she is in real life.
Yeah.
But she'll go over and I suppose take her seat down. She's not going to hot sim for once.
No.
Mm-hmm. It might be a bit aggressive to start with that,
Ashley will open up with simply a cold sim.
It would be literally like kicking down the door with a bazooka. Be like, oh my god!
I brought this because I could.
No, I'll go in through the normal people door.
Does Ziegler want to join?
Yeah, does Ziegler want to join? It's a good question. You have data, Jack. You can come in.
Ziegler looks very skeptical.
Come on. Come on. Live with the kids.
Fine.
I've actually pulled out a spare cable.
Sure. He'll click himself in.
What is Ziegler's avatar again?
Himself.
Just himself.
He thinks
maybe
he's
without a
awesome
face.
Already. I mean, sure. It's
It's a gas mask.
I like to imagine it's Wahlberg actually.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It can be like a war droid, basically a war robot.
I can imagine you have just like a tank alternatively.
It's one of the old military giant drones that he worked with. Not one of the small ones. It's one of the high artillery assault drones that
No, it's like it looks like an android or a robot human, but if it goes into attack and stuff, it can Iron Man style deploy weird weapons from arms and legs and transform and do stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, of course, everything in the Matrix when you log in, everything's set to the same size of 1, which means that everything is the same size.
Yeah, everything's scaled down or scaled up appropriately.
It could be a mote of dust that's huge, or a tiny dinosaur.
I am the biggest
Oh.
motor dust you've ever seen.
It is Avatar is all the same size. That's the one constraint to how it works.
Yeah, but I guess we both kind of log in the spider, looking around, and also spontaneously having a cocktail glass in a digital space.
Yeah, suddenly you're in a place where they feel much more comfortable because there's a lot of deckers here, and each of them think that they're hot shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you see basically like now suddenly you're in what looks like a palace of technology, right? Screens everywhere, like dance floors made of like see-through neon metal, just like people are dancing on the ceiling. Everyone looks weird. There's no real people here. There's just avatars of strange kinds, each more unique and colorful than the next. All hanging out, all doing crazy things that don't seem to make sense. They have like a pool.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's a whole thing.
I said
Massive place.
Ashley summons herself a cocktail.
Yeah.
Offers one to Ziegler.
Pure in her hand.
Ziegler does not take it.
Offers Ziegler a cigar.
There we go. Puts the cigar in.
The robot smoking a cigar. It's perfect.
The robot
Nice
is smoking
fruity
a cigar.
taste.
And he also has like an army cap on for some reason. And sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like big pilot sunglasses.
as presumably some kind of nav point or something I have for where High Base wants to meet.
Yeah, I mean you see a balcony up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the bass guitar is standing, looking down at you.
Ashley will nod and make her way towards it, being polite enough to not at least like just grapple her way up there with spiderwebs. I'll try.
Yeah, well, you know, so right now she is in a normal sim and hasn't gotten her any extra. Basically, she's constrained by physical laws right now and can't just mess everything up.
I mean, she's still. I mean, she can still do some cool things, but yeah, it's limited now.
Yeah, she'd have to grant herself some more abilities first.
But you know, But for now, she's not intent on like on rigging their server. She's just going to take a nice casual stroll with her 8 legs.
Yeah, next to her is probably like a praying mantis and like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, both human size.
Mm-hmm.
Why you Tyrannosaurus Rex? He can't pick up anything.
Well, you know, he picks something up with his mouth.
Oh, okay, sure.
Don't ask Deckers. Yeah, we're a special.
I mean, he can't drink from. He must have like a.
I mean,
bowl.
there's
He has to
one,
dunk his
you know,
head
that's
into
a hovering bowl of peas.
All right.
I mean,
I
they're
mean,
all very creative, you know. One that's just leaves captured in the wind.
mhm.
One that's like candy floss.
Very poetic.
It can be almost anything.
Ashley smirks occasionally, seeing some avatars, reminding her of what her old avatars looked like.
Oh yeah, her teenage avatars are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Her grown-up one's a doge spider and such. Teenage one's probably something she's happy isn't documented well.
I mean, you could find it if you scroll far enough back in her blog, but all right.
Oh God.
I mean, you're going back many years.
Very cringy, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can go up and meet her up there. Meanwhile, basically in meat space, Chu and Visa offered, you know, drinks. By a drone has them on his head.
Sure.
I'll make
You'll
my
take a drink.
It is like a neon, like purple, and full of bubbles.
Of course.
Aww. Chu kind of likes that.
It's a nice place,
Mm,
given the circumstances.
yeah.
High base.
As you
That's
go
a
up to the base, basically, the base gives a slight bow. Says, "Glad to see you here."
It's been a while.
I never like speaking in meat space. So everything's so slow.
That it is. It's actually refreshing to be here. She looks around a little bit.
Just for you to come with him. Her, him.
The spider will.
Guitar.
The spider will follow the guitar along.
Yeah, leading you to a sort of an orange-watered hot tub that the guitar sits down in. The mantis and the dinosaur following, gesturing for you two to enter as well. It's big, and it stretches a little bit as there's need for room.
Ashley will dematerialize the armor attached to the spider and climb in.
Does the robot come in as well?
The robot walks in as well.
Just kind of trots in.
I mean, it's comfortable. It's nice and warm, hot tub. On his robot legs.
He is waterproof.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good.
The orange coloring staining a little bit, perhaps. But
yeah.
But yeah, the bass guitar looks over. Says, "We haven't seen you in a long time. And who's this?" This to the robot.
This here is someone I've been running with. Goes by the name Sovereign.
He's old.
That the old man is.
Harsh.
He grunts.
Mantis scratches its eye in that bug-like way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so what do we owe the pleasure? Do you need to get your friends some more of our blissful experiences?
Maybe later, but that's not where we came.
Nah, I'm on better shit.
The reason we came, though, is we have been given a rather large job recently. And
How lovely for you.
And this job involves something we thought you might be interested in. Or interested in spreading the news of.
Uh-huh.
We have been tasked. Looks over to Ziegler. Kind of giving. Is Ziegler going to say? Is Ziegler going to want to interrupt, or should I just say it flat out?
No, he shrugs. It's just there is going to be a sabotage to the wall separating the east and the west, opening a hole for the east to go into the west if it so wishes. To
a rather large hole in an undefended section.
Not loot, pillage, visit whatever rage you hold for the west upon them. Repay all debts.
Guitar leans back and frowns. As a guitar does. And the dinosaur speaks up. How do we know this is not a trick?
We have no reason to trick you. This is a courtesy call. If you want to take the chance will be there.
It's been many years, yes. I've not been around, and for all you know, I've become one of those corporate pigogs, just sitting and earning money from them and not caring about what all of this used to be like. That's your thoughts, right? I get it. Look, I came here for a few reasons. One, though, depending on how much you know, well, I'll tell you at least. I have more than enough reasons to want to do this. Ignoring anything else, I've wanted to do this for a long time. Taking down that wall, giving the opportunity to take back what we lost. Now that is one of the largest middle fingers I could give to any of these insert like some Decker slang here for like curses. The corporations I could give.
The mantis leans forward to scratching its eyeball vigorously. Says, so, you work with Messiah then? This job, I assume, is from him.
Sovereign looks over. You can assume anything.
We can't. It's policy. We shouldn't say who hired us.
It's also policy that we don't necessarily know who hired us. Mr. Johnson. He sort of rolls his eyes.
Welcome to the life.
Come on, Base. Messiah promised the same thing. A new flux. The Base seems troubled. Would you roll me like some sort of influence, perhaps? Trying to...
I would really appreciate an aid here from Ziegler.
I will aid. What do you have?
Because influence, unfortunately, the only one of my socials I don't have trained yet.
I mean, we could do a group thing, maybe.
We don't have a good chance either way for either of us, so it does make a difference.
I mean, if you aid me, we have more of a chance.
You have? Oh, you have influence. Okay. In that case,
I have one.
I'll influence that way around, I suppose. Sure. I actually didn't know you had it trained.
I do, yeah.
That actually works well. Sure. You've been aided.
I'm just glad he came in here.
Mm-hmm.
She's a rock.
Ashley's good at lying and pretending she's someone else. She's not actually good at the whole being open and honest.
Mm-hmm.
You just deception is her calling.
Well,
do you want to push yourself at all, or
I suppose
you could push yourself for an extra dice?
Could.
It's 2 karma, but you know.
Whatever. Sure, I can push myself. Might be worth it. Here we go. A 5.
Sure. Well,
Something but.
she will lean back. And the but here is that it seems awfully convenient. So what she's going to do, basically, is she's going to probably agree to this little idea. But she's also going to go and bring it to the attention of Messiah, specifically. And here, basically give him all that's going to happen. And he's going to know about it. Do with it what he will.
I mean, is that something we want to resist? Do we want to not let the AI know this is going to happen?
I don't know. Is the AI going to stop us? Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know what the consequences of that actually really would be in the end.
Yeah, the consequence is that their faction would know about it.
The thing is, we want them to know about it. Right? We're spreading the word. That was the whole...
I suppose we'll allow it to go through. We're not entirely sure what the repercussions of this will be, but we'll allow it to go through, I think.
All right. Just a guitar. Sort of splash a little water on itself. I mean, the water's probably energy drink.
Oh no.
You've been in it for a while. That's an orange flavored.
It's all digitals, don't worry, Ziegler.
Drinks a little bit through the sort of base hole. As it continues. So you simply wanted to give us a word then? Why all the gear?
It looks around. It's the East.
And it's, I don't know if you know, but there are quite a few who want our heads.
Why has connection to outside of this city been cut off? Do you know?
Yes.
Nobody has told anything here.
Yes, actually. With this, actually, she'll just basically bring up the news feed and basically play them. Just gonna play the news feeds.
Sure.
She keeps copies of stuff.
She frowns. Is it bugs?
Bugs.
She doesn't seem like she understands particularly much. Shrugs. I suppose if they're afraid of it, then, well, it might just come in handy.
If nothing else, also consider the fact that they've cut themselves off from the outside.
Well, do you know how well defensible the West is?
In the location in question, the defenses have gone down. They're not fully down, but then again, with what we might end up doing, except for Ziegler.
I imagine that your people have tried to breach the wall in the past. Anything you can share with me in regards to your previous attempts would be helpful in my attempt.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's say that's truly what you wish to know. We've mostly tried approaching it with drones. Attempted to dig under it, does not work. We attempted to fly over it, does not work. We attempted to shoot it with whatever ordnance we could find, does not work. Approaching it astrally, they have spirits patrolling there. And even if we could, an astral projection would still leave the user's body back here, which doesn't work in the long run. It is generally well protected, well, difficult to destroy. I imagine if you wanted to do something about it, like my own plans would be take a large amount of explosives and place them inside one of the checkpoints, the tunnels that go through the wall. If you blow up that inside, perhaps even while shutting down the security doors to contain the explosion within it, you might be able to crack it.
Nods.
In that case, maybe two explosives set up higher upon the wall could expand the crack.
Ziegler doesn't move or anything, but he acknowledges. This seems like a doable approach to him.
So you get to pull out your favorite tool out of your arsenal, Sovereign.
He smiles slightly and says, "My policy is always that more explosions solve most problems."
She rolls her eyes.
Adjust something on his arm. A flap opens and you can see like grenades and stuff in it.
Yeah. A little of the energy drink gets in there, but
Oh, good! It'll be an energy grenade.
sticky avatar. Yeah. I mean,
Funny.
in here, who knows? It might work as healing potions or whatnot.
Exactly.
It's a crazy realm. Crazy realm. Still hear the music outside. Let's play this. And when do you plan to do this?
Well, can we send you a memo?
Um,
It will be fairly soon.
You
We
give
need to-
them the date.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we give them the
yes.
date. Our characters have a better idea than we do.
Yeah, we give them the date.
And, we have an acceptance. However, we won't be right there. It'll take a little while for us to get there. This is Azure. I understand you are with some new people now. Corporate influences. You'll forgive us if we don't stand right where you tell us to stand.
I
Don't want some missile or something coming down on top of us.
I get it. Just
We'll go
I get it.
from
Just don't waste-
nearby when we see the crack opening.
Yes, just don't waste the opportunity. They'll try closing it if you know.
Ziegler nods and says, "As we said, it is a courtesy call. Take the chance or don't. It will be there."
Though if everything goes perfectly, maybe at some point there won't be a corporation for me to work with, quote unquote. She puts actually does quotation marks with a pair of claws.
The spider's two legs coming. Also, when the spider rolls her eyes, it really rolls all the eyes, right?
Yes, it rolls
It's like,
all of them.
"Ugh."
When she's happy, she does the wave with herself. All the legs. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, after that, basically, you're invited to stay here in the in the hot tub, full of drink. If you so desire, you can participate. There's going to be some partying going on in here, as there is most of the time.
Mhm.
If you want to let loose, maybe you can find like an avatar that suits you to hang out with. But if this is true, then High Base needs to leave. If there's anything else,
With high base, I don't think there's anything in particular I want for him.
right. The guitar will exit the top and go. A towel sort of being pulled out and wrapped around it to wipe off the injured ink.
Yeah. Sovereign will just.
Leaving you with the dinosaur and the mantis.
Looks at the dinosaur and the mantis for a few seconds if they move to say anything. Otherwise,
So, you're Shadowrunners then?
yes.
Fun work. She says with this undertone of sarcasm.
The dinosaur moves over next to Sovereign and says, tell me about it.
Moves
The
over.
mantis moves over next to the spider.
The robot looks about as amused as Sovereign feels, and which is not too much. And he will give some perfunctory stories or something from the Shadowrun.
Sure.
Ashley, meanwhile, Ashley's going full deck of fame here.
Mm-hmm.
A ham. Right.
Notably, though, she is going to, of course, what she's choosing. Stories in particular she's choosing are, one, she's choosing about breaking attrition out.
Mm-hmm.
That's one particular story that kind of strikes her attention.
Mm-hmm.
And other ones are basically kind of like runs basically against the corporations where we dealt kind of big blows to them.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff, basically choosing those kind of the main stories for her to use. She knows her audience here.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Because Ashley certainly wants to use the opportunity to just kind of fame whore a little bit for herself.
Mm-hmm. Outside.
She's also a little bit stressed out, so if she could actually clear karma, that'd be kind of cool. But
Yeah. Well, I don't think this is the appropriate time.
I'm not really leaving a hack, so
Yeah. Outside though, we have still you two strapped in your chairs basically, and then we have Vice and Shoe Warrior staying around. You'll notice that a lot of these daggers have tattoos, and a lot of them have similar tattoos, which is like a number of basically like just colored bands on their upper arms. Like white stripe, another one, or like a blue stripe, and such. Seems to be all the fashion.
I can't get tattoos on my upper arms. They are not there.
You
Vice doesn't need tattoos.
get a blowtorch for it.
Spends all her money on BTLs. So
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you drugged up?
It seems like a couple of them are
True.
watching you at most times. Probably unsurprising. Do you want to do anything or go and talk to anybody, or you just want to sort of sit and wait for the two people to be done?
Vice doesn't really want to talk to anybody. If they want to look at her, they can. I mean, it wouldn't be the first people to. So
Yeah, I mean they do. And so do drones, and probably so do people from the Matrix. Like maybe she's even like on one of the screens in like the Matrix. Like
And
part
there's
of
a
it.
vote going on with like hot or not, basically.
They've done some face recognition software run and like got one of her own music videos and stuff.
yeah. If they want
There's
signatures, they can
currently
ask.
a cyber room opening with like her avatar.
I mean,
already
it's a
there.
remix though.
Yeah.
They don't listen to pop here.
Oh, of
They
course.
listen to-
Meanwhile, they're like, who the hell is that other girl?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't know. They have no information on that.
Why does she wear a mask and have all the swords?
Yeah. It's kind of creepy, really.
It's gonna creep me out.
It's creepy, out,
No, they can check out the cyber arms from a distance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, ooh.
They don't get
that's
to
very
have that
Raku tech.
here much.
We'll say when she's here, she puts the mask to the side of her head so you can see her face. So it's just,
So there's just a mask on one half of her, like on the side of her face.
Is
Yeah.
it like she
like,
only puts
"Whoa."
on the mask when she's about to kill?
what?
So she gets all
I'm
serious.
wondering.
It's like, I'm about to kill, so she turns the mask over around onto her face.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like
on her
now
face,
it's time
like,
for
'cause-
business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about being proper. It's very rude to hide your face in a place like this where it's,
It's also very
Um,
rude to stare. And that's all they're doing.
Mature doesn't care what others do, but she cares what she does.
Well, you see up in the up top with the mantis and the dinosaur, you see like to the side somewhere watching the feed. There's like an ostrich that begins to transform into Vice. Someone's programming their avatar to be looking like that. Another one probably goes with Warrior.
That's fucking weird.
Like someone who's a doorway without a door in it. Just begin to, as they look, basically they scan and see if they can emulate. Yeah.
You could be doing it far better than that. This is where the group might find out Ashley has already tried this before.
It's not really gonna be True Warrior. It's gonna be their funeral if they want to look like True Warrior.
Well, they would, but they usually add stuff like metallic wings or, on Vice it's like a halo and several different outfits,
I imagine she's dressed in one of her old outfits from her music videos.
Oh, sure. And of course they make it battle worthy. So she has like a ray gun, something like that.
Our little sci-fi princess.
And then they change a few things. They make her look a little better, a little younger, perhaps. Like they're not above being somewhat sleazy.
Of course.
Attacking this is the point where I eject into everyone's avatar Sophia Starlight.
Her boobs are 30% bigger.
Well, you can be anything you want.
Oh yeah.
Or you have to take some time to actually make it happen.
Yeah, well. But they have middleware.
Is there anything Ziegler wants?
You know what? I would bet that if True Warrior had brought her dog, there would have been more interest. That's how it always is.
They have robot dogs here.
Yeah, but mine is a real dog.
They like robot dogs better.
I like my real dog better.
As the Decker versus Fleshy war begins in Meat Space.
No. Well, Chua doesn't really know what she would talk to these people about. What would she say to them?
I like synth metal. I like neon. Nice haircut.
I mean, you have some things in common. You've got cyber gear and stuff, so
Well, given a lot of them don't have money for cyberware, or don't have access to it.
Yeah, but the moment Chua is like, yeah, but I don't do hot sim, they'd be like, oh.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they leave.
Actually,
okay. Well, I guess I didn't know you were like a filthy casual. What are you doing in here?
Exactly.
well, actually, in that case,
They probably do have like a casual zone. That doesn't have a pool.
It's like
no pool for you.
The janitor's closet, basically.
Yeah,
The casual zone.
newbie silver guests.
and actually, more precisely, wouldn't
It
it be
has
like,
computers with keyboards.
Oh.
yeah, about to say, actually, it wouldn't even be you don't even do hot sim. It's just a case of you don't jack in. It's a problem for you,
Yeah.
Tina. Don't do hot sim. There's a lot of deckers who don't do hot sim because they're scared of
There's
hot sim.
like a sleazy guy who comes over and offers you like out of his coat like several watches that you could buy, or maybe you're interested in just like this amazing experience. Yes, just what you want. Like, have you ever wanted to know what it feels like to die? Well,
I live it.
he has a
The
thing
shoe
just
looks
for
at
you
him. Have you put on the mask?
Yeah.
The first one's free. They
And
say.
Vice is like, I've got much better stuff at a Yakuza place, so not really interested in your
Well, since you're
B-grade shit.
taking some time and enjoying themselves, maybe you'd like to just pass the time.
I mean, she would, but she doesn't want to fry her brain.
Have you ever been
while
on
she's
a
out
ever been
on
a
mission.
plane? You could experience flying
Yes,
to
yes,
Seattle.
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
Wow.
All the way to Seattle. Yeah.
No, just going through the airport and such. That's what you really want to do.
Wow, that is
That's
some
exactly what you want to do. Go through TSA checks in
Yeah,
America.
That's quite experience.
I mean, it's better than living in the East.
It's
so-
without pre-check
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, I'll
I'd rather go through an airport.
admittedly, on the bright side of life, she's being pat down by a very attractive man.
Yeah, but it's
It's
some
better than real
sleazy
life,
gang
so-
member.
Yes.
You're like, we don't need to check you. Why don't you just go ahead?
Yeah.
No, better than real life.
She just got on a private jet. Why would she need to go through TSA?
All I really want is just to have a real friend.
He doesn't have anything for that. He has one where you have like you're like
like
a
skydiving.
hero and stuff.
What?
There's like
Yeah,
you're
you
a
could
queen.
have your life as a superhero.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
No.
Being
Like your
loved and
royalty,
adored by all.
maybe?
Everyone
No.
wants to be you.
It's true.
No.
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 Don't want to be like.
He's
A
disappointed by you that you two, that you don't have. If you ever want to
Well,
feel
you
like
know what?
real life tastes like, then
Well, Chu is disappointed with his service.
well,
Oh,
after
snap.
you've tried this, you'll never be able to go back.
Well, she already can't go back.
I like this conversation with
family's
this drug
dead.
pusher who
all
like
over.
tries to edit shoes, just completely deadpanning him. Like, I can't go back. And he's like, what the?
All the
Well, these
people I know are
Yeah,
dead.
what the fuck is this? It's not how it's supposed to go.
Well, yeah, he simply accepts that. Well,
This is one he's lost.
this is not going anywhere. Yeah,
He's lost this one.
they're just wasting his time. He stops being polite and just leaves. 'Cause,
Vice at that point becomes sugary sweet and says goodbye.
Chu just, made Doom follow you or something like that.
in the Matrix part, someone has made a soundboard of the conversations.
You don't want to sell any death sticks.
You know, Ashley will download some of that.
It's just Vice laughing. She's
Is it
enjoying
that
the
haughty laugh?
torture.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, look at all these peasants.
Yeah. Oh. Hmm.
Ask technology for the win.
Takes another drink. Mmm.
It's absolute shit.
Yes.
I can imagine Chuvora is like, she's kind of starting organizing stuff she found. She found, like beer stamps. And she
She
started
found, like,
organizing them.
It's cleaning.
She found
Yeah.
pebbles and now she's aligning them to like size in
Yeah.
a row in front of her.
Yeah. But after that, she's gonna make a card house.
Someone looks disgusted at your conformism.
Everything's in order.
They're like, ugh, what is this? You can't do that. Not here. We've unordered things.
Well,
Yeah.
does she want to try to make her stop?
No.
That's what I thought.
He just looks disgusted by conformities.
Yeah, but not only when she doesn't look.
It's more like,
Yeah.
when you're building the cat house, suddenly like the ventilation turns up a little bit, so it blows,
It's fine.
goes down.
That's fine, because then she doesn't have to worry about being done too fast.
I suppose eventually the two of you had finished telling stories in the
Ziegler will
literature
be
concept.
out. Will be out fairly soon and come back to them and be
when
like,
the
"Ugh."
when the
Ashley's there for a while.
the dinosaur puts its tiny arm around his robot.
Put it on his inner thigh. Well, Yeah, that's when he gets up. He's like, no.
I mean, there's have you ever thought about what it would be like to be
No.
a dinosaur?
No,
Nope.
I'm out.
There's a reason they call Hot Sim.
Insert Ashley adding an appropriate deck innuendo.
Well, he's like distinguished older man. It's not something that comes in here often.
Oh, I see.
It's true.
They have daddy fetishes. That's fine. Ziegler he's handsome. He's always known.
Always known.
Because Ziegler needed a boost with ego.
Hashtag always known.
Hashtag always known. When that happens, Ziegler will definitely leave.
Now look at the time.
Yeah,
Ziegler does, I imagine Ziegler wouldn't even say anything, he just logs out.
yeah, but he's just
Yeah.
gone.
They're just
he
like
does
so.
a dark.
Oh. Yeah, he does
They're
a
just
dark.
disappearing.
Yeah. It's like, boom.
Oh, where did Dark go? I don't know. He's disappeared. Oh.
Problem is, in this case, it's like the person literally in front of you and they just disappear.
Dinosaur seems amused. It got to him.
Not bad. Oh, man's really not used to this.
Yeah.
Oddly, that someone is placing a C4 on the server cluster. Huh.
What's he doing with that giant block of? Is that?
Yeah, they'll continue as you log out. You
cool.
see the two others probably just finished their discussion with the drug guy who walks away with his coat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice coat.
Very nice.
You gonna take it? Take the coat from him?
No, I have a nice coat.
Yeah,
got a
standing
knife.
here. I's probably looking bored. And, I mean, you can enjoy the music and such, of course.
You probably need to nudge Ashley to leave.
Can you enjoy the music though? What music does Shu listen to?
Well,
She doesn't listen to music.
How can you always forget? I only have one essence.
So it's what you listen to is that like bamboo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
always-
can't imagine it's like this sort of punk music. Can't imagine
You don't-
Shu into that too
You don't
much.
know.
Is she though?
Metal, maybe?
No one
Bitch,
has
you don't know my life.
None of you ever bothered to ask what kind of music I like. So, you know,
I mean, does Shu
what is
enjoy
that?
this music? That's the real question then.
I guess if you asked her, she would say I have to contemplate it. Because I haven't
Have to
heard enough to...
It's not a music you contemplate. It's music
Well,
you
I
get
haven't heard it.
fucked
I haven't
on.
heard enough to know if I completely dislike this complete genre of music because it's a pretty big genre, and I haven't really heard much of it. So I guess I'll have to, get more data.
She
No,
goes to
there's-
the
there's-
store and buys
Data.
like tons
She's
of
got a
CDs.
spreadsheet.
Meanwhile, in the Matrix, there is jokes being made from Ashley even about like Shu's comments down there in Meat Space.
In space.
Yeah. You can get your friends on screen, you're in a chat room about them, sort of thing.
Snide comments.
You guys don't know. Ziegler's logged out now. You have no way to know.
He knows.
Ziegler knows. He knows.
You can assume.
You can prove nothing.
Yeah,
Camera
everyone just
drone
looks
flies
at,
around his head.
Yeah, this is really close. Like,
everyone just looks at the camera drone and then just kind of just says, "Hurry up, Azure Web, come on."
Ziegler shows one of his large-scale EMP grenades. Like shows it a little bit inside his coat. Like,
He's just got a blue light on it, just flashing every second.
I'm sorry. I need the old man home. He's getting tired.
I don't know if you really have to be hurry that much, because all we're doing is waiting for impending doom.
Worst case is we
I'll
die.
be right back. Sec.
I can't
God damn
even
it,
help.
Shu.
I can't even help those I love anymore.
God damn it, Shu. The drug dude is on his way back here. Instead, it just turns around again. Like, no.
I have a thing here where you can, everyone you love is happy and doing well.
What's the name of those I love?
He shrugs. Just, it won't matter. You won't remember the real ones when you see these ones.
Then it doesn't matter.
Just can't sell drugs to Shu.
No.
Still, Sequence is.
Ziegler just shakes his head. No.
I wanted to be on Mars. Space flight.
Do you have a sim where my friends care for me?
Of course. And they're better than your real ones. More real.
Back.
I don't know. It sounds kind of fishy when they're more realistic, I guess.
Yeah. Given Ziegler doing that, just because she doesn't herself want to feel an EMP go off through her own matrix.
Yeah.
I would also maybe add that I do not have any of those holes to my brain, so I can't even take those drugs.
Yeah.
Getting a drug thing made, that's pretty cheap.
It's very cheap. Very cheap.
I don't have any money,
You
though.
can't do anything but just drug you, but,
I only have one...
It's okay, the first
Thing.
one's free.
Yeah, but then I have to pay for the implant, and
They have
I
a street duck who can,
I don't
he'll
know.
just... The payment is basically the stuff he removes to put the implant in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't want to
It's a
remove
bit of
more...
brain matter, and skull
Has he
pieces.
tried regaining his essence? It's not funny,
Well, it doesn't.
He doesn't
cost
know what
much.
essence means.
It doesn't take enough to take away essence anyway.
It's just a tiny little bit of a injection port, just...
I don't want to
And-
lose my
and-
humanity.
Anyway, as this is going on, Ashley
Yeah.
has said her farewells in a very grandiose manner as she is logged out.
Yeah. I assume you go home after that. Which is successfully argue that these guys will go there. Maybe the word will spread. We'll see.
I mean, it's a central point. They'll probably spread it about. So.
Well, they will. You know that. That was the consequence you guys got. Yeah. So, I guess the next thing on the agenda here is next time we'll be doing the big run. What kind of approach do you think you'll have for it?
Guns blazing.
I mean,
The start, of course, will be getting through the main streets to go to the Renraku area, traversing the Renraku area to get to the wall. Then you will want to blow a hole in the wall, destroy as much of it as you can, and then you will want to help these guys get through the wall hole, and then you will want to leave and go home safely, most likely.
Yeah, Well, I don't think we can't do a social approach. We can't. I don't really think a deception approach is going to work here, Evo, too much.
Just social. Can you please just blow up the wall? Like, it'd be really nice for us if you do that.
We definitely need to be stealthy. I think we can't fight our way through the Renraku area.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is it's going to be basically a stealthy thing if we try to move through the area quietly without drawing attention to ourselves, and basically kind of hide off somewhere else and basically slowly approach then on foot. I think after we've kind of got nearby.
Sure.
Because basically the idea is we need to put down a lot of bomb, right? A lot of bomb on the inside and on the wall itself.
Yes.
And what I'm thinking is, well, since we need to help them get through, I think we need to find basically like where all the turrets are being controlled from, and stuff like that, and kind of have it to turn them to our side for this.
Sure.
They'd be controlled from the ecology, most likely.
That is a problem. They're all being controlled from
Well,
there.
we have alerted Messiah, the crazy AI creature.
That's true.
If anything can mess up those things, it's probably the Messiah.
There is also the potential thing, if nothing else, maybe we can hardwire sabotage them. They're right there. I mean, you go to engineering electronics, we can work on things, so.
The odd thing I don't really understand still is why Messiah is with the hackers, not with Evo, because it was Evo that hired us to, like, help it.
Possibly.
Did they just release it and just walk away?
Possibly didn't like something about Evo?
Well, you do know, as a matter that Evo was somewhat infiltrated by technomancers.
I suppose.
And you got rid of them, for the most part.
I suppose.
To put someone else in their stead who was not so much of a friend of technomancers. That's just, not so much into it. Jens Schnitzer was one of them, but he got assassinated. And then replaced by Ellen Schuster.
Oh, Ellen.
Whom you then didn't like.
No.
She was a bit of a career woman in that respect.
That's not what I would describe her as, but yes.
Well, yeah. They probably still sympathetic, but you don't really have a lot of good relationship with them, so
No.
they don't really. You're not really on their mailing list. But what's going on? Beyond that, openly supporting EA at this point seems dangerous. To the point of. Almost like it's becoming a hot topic.
Yeah.
It's overshadowed currently by insects. Since poor Ares didn't manage to put it on the global agenda. Because nobody wanted to help them, and they don't have that much power here by themselves. Yeah. On that note, actually, Cayenne will say that he has the help is coming. It's trouble getting them in here, but it should be easier to enter than to leave. So that's something.
Well, that is wonderful. Sigurd is happy.
Well, they will see if they can find a plan to. Well, first and foremost, they need to know where this thing is, where the main It's staying, basically.
Somewhere in the east, most likely.
We found out the location already, didn't we? Where it was like already infected through.
Well, the problem is that an AI to function optimally has to have a lot of power to the point of there being very few places that it could be. The potential targets here for an AI to work at peak capacity would either be the Renraku ecology or the Evo mainframe system. You destroyed that or handicapped it for quite a while, making it unable to do it, basically. But at this point, they might have repaired it. So one of those two locations seems like the option.
Probably not in Renraku's systems. They probably would have done something already then.
Probably, but they are heavily compromised right now. So
True, I guess it could have happened without them knowing.
Yeah, who can say? Although they are certainly the most vigilant against it. So
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we'll tell them what we know at least. So.
Because Cayenne doesn't believe that that it would be good for it to stay here to create a new East, so to speak. Or a new flux. Well, I suppose there's a lot of talking this session. Hope it wasn't too bad.
More explosions for next time.
The most dramatic thing so far in this campaign just happened, so it was felt warranted to sort of linger on that for a bit.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty fair given the fact that what we're planning to do here is rather earth-shattering stuff. It might take a while.
Yeah. It's
pretty crazy.
Might. Things could go bad, or they could go well. I mean, that's always the thing, right? But that certainly also determines the length of things a whole lot. Could go just all crits. Yeah, so do you want to do Lily experience? I think that's fair.
Sure.
We didn't really do a run, so the team doesn't really get anything.
But individually, some people could.
Yeah, mostly background stuff that came up. Seems to be a thing. I'd say that she'll probably get for her vice obligation to a family, team included. Seems to me like she spent some time and a significant effort attempting to get her people, her friends, safe. Which certainly makes it that's complicating things rather than just saying fuck it.
Yeah, what can you do? I guess I'm gonna get some more etiquette. That's what I'm gonna do.
Did it come up that she is a Red Samurai trainee?
She wanted to kill Hansa herself and is prepared to follow him to Japan to do
true.
it.
Yeah, that's true. Take one for that too.
Okay. XD. There we go.
I mean, we can't really do the role things because we didn't. I mean, we didn't really have a chance to do a challenge with physical threats or mastery.
It was really tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting there making that card house with a vent.
Punched it.
Punched the vent.
Yeah. Ziegler, Zovrin.
Yes.
We heard something about you being old, at least. I
Oh,
also
yes.
think you being a bot really drew in your story. So take one for that.
Okie doke.
Your vice didn't complicate things much, though it certainly could have, I feel.
She doesn't trust.
Did you overcome a challenge with knowledge experimentation?
Not
Not really.
really.
Yeah. All right. Vice?
Didn't do anything really.
Your
Sat and looked
drug
pretty.
addicted pop star background came up a little bit.
Well, quite a bit, at least
yeah.
here at the end.
I mean, 'cause
Yeah,
people were
I suppose.
talking about you being, who you were, and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
You were being
Your vice came up, but it wasn't really in a complicating way.
Nah.
It didn't make things difficult for you that you had drugs to deal with.
Nope.
All right. And then we have Azure Web.
I certainly my history I think came up.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. It's not that a heavy role-playing session allows that to happen a lot. Your Divid game at Give Buster didn't really make things
The only way I could say it came up at all was the fact that Ashley refused to basically do what she wanted about how paying extra, basically, for that. For her own personal fund. But
yeah, but that's something that sort of goes along what you're doing anyway. It doesn't add more problems.
it added a problem for another party member, but not it's minor in the whole scheme of things. She lost out on more creds, basically.
Give a damn busted could be.
You wonder why.
You could have complicated yourself by being like, no, I want to save my girlfriend, but I just can't care enough about her privacy, so I'm going to tell this Mr. Johnson what her sin is. That would certainly complicate.
In my case, though, unfortunately, Ashley's fault was no. That means he has leverage on me.
Yeah, because that's complicating life more. Yeah, yeah. I mean, following flaws is rarely. It's not a good thing.
Well, the problem I faced is I saw it basically go both ways. In theory, I could have just done the stuff and not told her, and that would have also been give the damn mustard as well, technically.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, how fast is Isaac at drawing?
Very.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isaac, sorry.
It's true. Giving into the flaws is rarely a good thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And we didn't really give you a chance either to use your infiltrator. We didn't really infiltrate anything.
No, I made like an etiquette, but that wasn't really deception so much. Actually, more not getting shot on sight.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time we'll start up with just going to the mission. Your approach, you said?
It seems like the infiltration
I thought
approach.
we were gonna go in guns blazing.
No, we can't attack. Even if they're weak, we can't just outright attack the
wall.
the archaeology.
I think the idea is to get to the wall and see how much you can do stealthily before probably ending up having to shoot some people.
Okay.
Probably. Seems like a likely thing.
I would like to add again, and you wonder why Chewie is depressed. Her friends cheat her for money, and they don't care enough to give her a seat in the car.
It's, if it was better times, I would expand the car. All right. It's just that we've had a lot of things recently. And
I don't believe you, because for how long have you had that car? My words exactly.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Chew could have paid herself just like upgrade the damn car.
Yeah, because Chew is definitely made of money, right?
I mean, she had money for a lot of sessions. She did.
No, 2 sessions, she suddenly had a lot of money. Otherwise, she hasn't had.
I should
money.
build in like a catapult thing from the trunk, so she can get catapulted out. Action style.
No.
Yeah. I'm also glad we haven't yet used the day shift.
Why?
Because I think it might actually. We haven't used the day
They
shift
can
yet.
help you on the mission.
They can help us on the mission, yes. And one of the things they're good at is sabotage.
It's true. Maybe they could do something about the some of the
Give
guns.
them a mission that they would then try to go do.
Yeah, my thoughts, for example, if they might be able to help take down some of the guns, or possibly what I was thinking more is possibly, how they said like snipers on the wall and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can they take them out?
That's more assaulting, which means they're not good at it, but sure they could try.
Well, I mean,
technically, you could try anything.
Well, I meant more, could they I mean, they could get assassination as well, aren't they?
I don't think that's them.
I mean, let me double check what the thing. I don't have the booklet on me for cleaner. I can't actually. Let's read. What's that actually good at? It's good to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can think of things that if we know what they're good at. So.
I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Cleaners are assassins, saboteurs, masters of redirecting heat. So they're certainly good assassin people, but that's not really killing snipers. It's more like giving them a specific target. They would go for.
So we have to give them a name, basically.
Yeah, and time to find his schedule and take him out so stealthily. That's what they do basically. They do things stealthily if they can.
We could try to get them to sabotage some of the gun systems and that kind of stuff for us.
Yeah, that seems like a good use
possibly because there was the idea of basically bombing both the inside the tunnel and the outside the wall.
Yeah, they suggested to you was like get explosives into this central area, like in the wall, basically in a tunnel. Trigger the like shutdown to make reinforced doors go down on both sides. Blow up in the middle. Least resistance and all that will damage a lot more. Hopefully crack the wall. Then stick explosives in the crack and blow that up. Oh, the dynamite approach, if you will, but who knows? Who knows what you guys can do?
It's possible.
Boring a hole into it, putting dynamite in there or something, closing the hole is also a possibility. Basically shooting at it and just hitting the surface is not going to do a whole lot because all the force will dissipate into the air.
Yeah, part of my thoughts even go like, so okay, maybe while we're doing like the inner part of the wall there, maybe they could actually be on the outside of the wall, basically doing that kind of implanting explosives in it to increase our effect. Kind of thing.
There's certainly lots of options.
Because that's something they could do. That would certainly be sabotage, just planting explosives across the wall.
Mm-hmm.
At various
doing their specialty, means sabotage, redirection of heat and assassinations. They get their quality as their stat.
Yeah, which unfortunately, it's just one dice, but it's dice.
Yeah, it's one more dice than we have otherwise. So
they wouldn't do what you do. They would do like a different job, right? And then you would be able to benefit from that job, hopefully, without really having any risk for yourselves.
And I will report back, I suppose, if they were successful or not. So,
yeah,
it's possible they might be able to take down the turrets, for example, for us. I suppose is the thing. I was like, okay, that's done. Yay.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sure.
Send them to remove an obstacle.
It's one less thing we have to handle when we get there, is if the turrets are down.
Well, thank you for the session.
Thank you for the session.
Enjoyed yourself.
No, thank you for the session.
No, thank you.
But no, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank all of you. You too, Halldamir.
Wait, why are we thanking Halldamir?
Halldamir, come here.
He's fallen asleep.
We're just thanking everyone.
No,
he did meld.
So we woke up. What?
I mean, it was not that was action-heavy session, but I suppose processing the changes to the current situation has been,
It was a big hit, I would
something.
say. On the, it's never easy to move.
Mhm.
Look at that sleeping bear.
Yeah. So thank you. I won't hold your attention any longer. I don't think I could. Next week, I suppose we'll do the actual mission part of the mission.
Okay,
This is gonna be awesome.
Throw down.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
We won't even have to do downtime or anything. It's kind of amazing.
amazing.
But they're still down. Why not?
No, you get downtime between missions.
Mission is still in effect.
Ah. Well. There you
You
go.
just had lunch. You can't get a break again.
But what about after lunch?
Yes.
Second
afternoon.
breakfast.
Yeah,
Second
exactly.
breakfast.
Nope. Not in this business.
You can have that after you did some work.
Well, on that note, I'm going to stop recording and the stream.
Yeah.
Thanks all
Okay.
for watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.